Is it live? Is it not live? There we go. It is live. Hello, everybody. How is everyone doing today? Hope you are all doing well. It is time for Kyurem Dynamax Adventures once again, and we are over odds as usual. Oh boy. Don't forget to leave a like on the stream if you guys haven't done so already, and subscribe for more. Let's go. Hey, Kayla. How you doing? How you doing? Friend of mine keeps rewatching the Godzilla vs. King Kong epic rap battle of history. It is pretty good. It is pretty good. Man. Alright, so EBL matchup coming out tomorrow. And another match for the NBBL going out on Sunday. And later tonight, I have 7th match of the NBBL, which is going to be fun. I look forward to getting throttled this week in the NBBL because I don't really like fighting Keldeo. It is super awkward having to fight a Keldeo with a hard sand core. Because it's Keldeo. It has freaking Vacuum Wave, which is a fighting type move that is a special attack, which is really freaking weird. Because it's a fighting type special attack. That is priority, so it bypasses my Exclude's massive speed stat. And is double super effective in Tyranitar. I mean, also, the thing literally just hard walls Tyranitar. And then he's got Mew and Goldengo. It's horrifying to face that thing down. I got a shiny orange jug. Nice, Kayla. You got the shiny orange jug. How many sandwiches did that take? Very nice. The new Godzilla Kong after battle visitor? It's been out for like a year or something like that. Like a couple of months. No, not a year. I think it released around the same time as Godzilla Kong the New Empire. I think. That's when it was released, I think. Okay, so we know what to ban. But yes, let's go. But yeah, no, I'm not looking forward to tonight's matchup in the NBBL just because of that Keldeo fight. Triple changes in this one. I think triple changes are pretty cool, Ace. I think that they're a pretty cool concept. Oh, nice. Slazzle, very nice. We're gonna listen before I start washing dishes. Nice. But yeah, no, it's gonna be, I think, right. It's, Kyurem. I guess it is the least bad of them. You know what? Cryogonal, it is specially defensive. Yes, Lazzle's a very nice shiny. Very, very nice shiny. You know what? You know what? They went both Sceptile and Grovyle. I can't be mad about that. I respect it. I respect the meme. Okay, we've got... I do like the Lairon. Okay, Lairon and... Okay, I don't hate this. I don't hate this. We just stick to the left side the entire time. Yeah, I think I prefer the... Yeah, I prefer... Well... First time seeing triple changes, 80% with the Rift. Yeah, triple changers have been a thing since the very beginning. The first triple changer was Astro Train. You know, he was a train and a space shuttle and a robot. So those are a great shiny. It very much does. But, you know, there have always been the triple changes. There have always been the triple changes. But, yeah, so all right. Oh, yeah, so we're gonna switch out the Cryogonal for the Lairon. That is gonna be the play. Then we are gonna switch out I guess it depends on if we get items on one pathing or berries on one of the pathings to see if we go for one of those routes to the Phalanx or the Hitmonlee, because both of them are like fairly decent. You know, they're both fairly decent. They're not terrible. So I can vibe with that. You vibe. We can go. We outspeed. We outspeed a little bit of that. All right. Yeah, no switch. Should we just do that? Okay. And if you guys haven't done so already, don't forget to subscribe for more and leave a like on the stream. Dang, no, none of the NPCs took that. Granted, I mean, it's not like they would have done anything anyway, but they're still grass. So families have Patronians, need to have a special transformation character be triple changers. No. All Transformers need a T-Cog in order to transform. That's what the point of the T-Cog is. But some of them are just naturally triple changers, depending on the continuity. A Transformer can become a triple changer, but it is again, it's different continuities handle different things differently. Okay, they're weird. One thing that's like Transformers that like there's big. Well, they're not really consistent. So yeah, we're gonna switch Cryogonal out for Lairon. I don't get why it is the freaking Grovyle isn't using Brick Break when the Grovyle has freaking Brick Break. Unless it's going for Screech. Okay, it's going for Screech. I can take that. Yeah, Combiners are also a bit of a different thing. Combiners are something. The Transformers is weird. I love it. I love the Transformers series. There's so much lore. Something about not trust someone with Indeedee and Armory to doing it wrong, so super healing. Yeah, I was going to say probably best not to go for not Hyper Beam, Solar Beam, because even with its it's neutral, it's a 2-turn charge up, and also if Sand is in effect, it does this. Yeah, probably best just to go for your grass moves. Now your grass move, your ice type moves. Lefties. At least lefties are healing it. Kayla is trustworthy. Kayla is very trustworthy. Oh, nice. Shiny Pikachu. Very, very nice, Kayla. Very nice. Leaf Storm. Yeah, unfortunately, also, when Sand is in effect, it gives all rock types a 50% special defense bonus on... Why the frick did you go for Grass Pledge? What the freak? These AI bots. These literal AI bots. They are absolute bots. This is why we can't have nice things. We can combine with Optimus Prime Jetfire. Well, Jetfire and Optimus Prime isn't exactly a combiner. The only combiner in the Michael Bay movies is well then is it Infernicus and Dragon Storm, but that's later. In Revenge of the Fallen, the only combiner is Devastator. Yeah, Devastator's the only one. Then, I don't believe there is one in Age of Extinction. Yeah, there's not one in Dark of the Moon. There's not one in Age of Extinction, if I recall correctly. The Last Night, there's Dragonstorm, and there's Infernicus, I believe. Yes, Infernicus and Dragonstorm. Yeah, there's I actually have the Devastator figure. Like the as in, like, I have the Transformers figures that become the giant, like, $100 Devastator toy. Granted, that was, like, freaking a decade ago when that toy was out, and now it's probably, like, $300 to buy it. So that's a different hacking thing. Kayla is indeed very lucky with shinies. I would know, Kayla's often got, like, you remember how you got the shiny Yveltal before I did, Neo? That's basically Kayla with every shiny hunt we've ever done on the channel when it comes to legendaries. Dragonstorm was the other Transformer last night, or... Dragonstorm was an original character made for the movie. Dragonstorm did not exist in lore prior to that. Yeah, the Michael Bay movies, I used to talk about this actually a lot, Ace, in the video on the secondary channel about Transformers. Let me actually go drop a link to the secondary channel. Recommend checking that video out. We have a video on Transformers over there, over at Max Allo. But I have a bit of a love-hate relationship with the Michael Bay movies, because I like the first one, I like the second one, which is Transformers, then Revenge of the Fallen. I like those two. But after Revenge of the Fallen, Neo swap out for this. But after Revenge of the Fallen, I watched Transformers Animated. And so I started to get, more interested in the rest of the Transformers series. Then... Oh, good berries, okay. Then, around... I think it was around the time... But then I saw Dark... Okay. Let's go for the Phalanx. I like the Phalanx a bit better. Then around the time... I saw Dark of the Moon, then saw Dark of the Moon. Then after Dark of the Moon, saw Transformers Prime, which I still think, like, to this day, Transformers Prime is the best version of Transformers we have ever had. And then there was Age of Extinction, and then those was not good. So... I have some issues with the Transformers stuff. It does kind of deviate from a lot of things about Transformers I really, really like. But I do know that, like, the Bayformers movies are their own, like, separate thing. It's kind of like the same way I view Monster vs. Godzilla compared to, like, classic Toho Godzilla. That they are the same characters, as in, like, it's... thank you very much, whoever just subscribed to Drew Chad's Love Transformers and Godzilla. It's the same, like, franchise, like, Godzilla is Godzilla and Transformers is Transformers, but every iteration of those characters are different. Like, obviously, Final Wars Godzilla is not the same as, let me just go grab my mouse figure. Final Wars Goji. Final Wars Goji is, not the same, Godzilla as, Monster vs. Godzilla. And Monster vs. Godzilla and, Final Goji, they're not the same as Heisei Godzilla. Because, like, even though they're all the same, even though they're all separate versions of the same name character, even all like the same character, they're separate versions of that character. They're not the same. They all have their own distinct identities. Which is one of the reasons why, like, I don't mind as many of the differences between the classic Transformers, the Prime series, and the Michael Bay movies, except for a few. Where, like, there's also something like Peter Cullen himself is not a fan of the Transformers. Windblade. I believe Windblade was actually made specifically for RID. So, I think Windblade was a new character. Like, that was her first series, I'm pretty sure. I think. Or maybe there was already a character named Windblade in the series? I don't know, actually. Yes, that was fine. Let me go back and check that. Of course, misses. Okay, good. But yeah, no, they're all like separate versions of characters. Ones I don't mind them in most cases. The only thing that kind of I don't like about the Bay movies Optimus Prime is this is actually something that Peter Cullen himself has mentioned. He doesn't like how, like, aggressive Optimus Prime is in certain points. Like, the main one is when he blasts Kelsey Grammer's character in, I think it was Age of Extinction? Because, like, that's not something Optimus Prime would do. And, like, that's one thing that Peter Cullen didn't like. And, keep in mind, like, this, hello there, Bert. Welcome. Keep in mind, Peter Cullen is the original Optimus Prime. He is literally the Optimus Prime that he is the original Optimus Prime. He is the one that, like, set the template for what an Optimus Prime is. And there's a reason they bring him back like 30 years later to keep voicing the character. He is the character. So we're gonna Dynamax the Leiron. Just go for your steel moves. Just go for your steel moves. The first time learning about transformation tags. Yes, in Transformers Prime, there's a part where Mech rips out Bumblebee's T-Cog for their own experiments. Hello there, Mark. Welcome, welcome. I have no idea what that is. But yeah, no, the transformation cog has always been a thing. Back in Generation 1, Starscream's ghost, in control of Scourge, I believe it was, took over, he took over Scourge's body to grab Metroplex and Trypticon's T-Cogs to, you know, give Unicron a new body so that Starscream can get his own body again, which, like, pour one out for Starscream. Like, why did it be always do something? Because B is that's actually kind of a separate thing. That's actually, you know, that could be a good video for the secondary channel, actually. It's like Bumblebee, explaining about that. Don't just sell. The main reason why is that actually back in the Generation 1 cartoons, Bumblebee was kind of like the go-between, more or less, between like the humans and the Autobots, because he was a much smaller bot than the rest of them. So he was more like to human scale than to, you know, the other Autobots who, you know, he was a bug, pretty small, you know, compared to, you know, Optimus Prime or Ironhide or Ratchet, who were like, you know, Trunks, and they were, you know, a lot bigger. So he kind of became like the face of Transformers, in a way not that dissimilar kind of from how Pikachu's like the face of Pokemon. And so generally, he's a more like sympathetic character generally, because, you know, people latch onto him more, they know him more. So when, you know, bad stuff happens to Bumblebee, it kind of like punches a bit different. Which I will also say this, I actually like that in Prime they didn't have B have his voice. I actually really did like that, a lot more like his movie counterpart, and that only Raph could understand him. I really like that. Seeing Blitzwing Shatter. I believe Shatter and Dropkick were new characters. Blitzwing I know prior existed. Blitzwing was from Transformers Animated. He's very different in Transformers Animated, and I actually like the Transformers Animated version a bit more. But the Transformers Animated version was very, very different. I like that. Also, can we please just take a second to appreciate that the most just mood line in any Transformers thing ever is said by John Cena? He literally says, can we really trust them? Their name is Decepticons. John Cena's great. Hello there, DJ Riola. Welcome, welcome. Immortal. Yeah, depending on the different incarnations, Starscream is immortal for various different reasons. In the classic continuity, he has a mutant spark, so he's basically just a ghost. I mean, John Cena has a point. He's got a, like, he literally obviously, like, he's got a point, which is the freaking greatest thing there is. John Cena's you go, John Cena's great. Yeah, I mean, he's not wrong. He's not wrong. Okay, fine. Use Scary Face. That does absolutely nothing. Yeah, like, there's definitely a lot of issues that Bumblebee has as a movie, but at the same time, it also, I actually really do like it. Like, I think it was like decent at a lot of things. Probably did have maybe the best writing of any of the live-action Transformers movies. Made of leadership. Yes, the made of leadership has been a thing for a very long time, but it's the original version was very, very different than the one in Revenge of the Fallen. I actually like the Revenge of the Fallen design for the mage of leadership a lot more than the classic one, but that could just be me. I love that one. Yeah. Okay. Again, Transformers is a series a lot like Godzilla. I can literally talk for hours on it. Where is my Fallen Cybertron? There it is. There we go. Some point we are going to be playing this. Some point we are going to be playing this for the channel. I freaking love this game. Because one of the main reasons I love it is Transformers Fall of Cybertron and its prequel. Well, not really prequel. Like, it was the one that came before it because it was released before it, and then Fall of Cybertron came after. War for Cybertron. They fit into like a continuity family with Prime. However, it's not like it goes War for Cybertron, Fall of Cybertron, then Prime. It's basically like this. Events in, you know, Transformers Prime happened before, similar to the games, but not exactly. So it's like, you know, if you're familiar with the story, I thank you very much for just subscribed. So, like, you don't need to be familiar with the story to get it, but if you are familiar with the story from the games, those broad stroke events happened, maybe just not in the exact way they happened in the game, which I really like that. Because it's a great way of having, you know, separate canons, but ones that draw on familiar elements. Kyurem did indeed just throw right there big time. Yes, I was looking at the fall and Jetfire. I really like Jetfire. I actually have the Jetfire figure in the basement, mostly because I freaking love the Blackbird. The SR-71 Blackbird is just chef's kiss. There is something about that thing that I freaking love. Which also actually, you know, brings up Black Ops 1. Black Ops 1. God, Black Ops 1. You have no idea how much my face just lit up when there was one mission in Black Ops Zombies, no shiny, where, like, the start of it is your two guys inside a Blackbird directing the people on the ground storming, like, a mountain base of, like, it was awesome. It was like, yo, the Blackbird, that's awesome! I can be a Mario Zeus. Understandable, Neo, understandable. You know, just like, it's just like the freaking SR-71 Blackbird, that thing just looks awesome. It looks like a freaking spaceship. Hello there, Accent. How you doing? How you doing? Wait, one from Cybertron, the main character, Cody Button, Lord. I watched Transformers Cybertron, actually, relatively recently. I completely forgot, like, everything that happened in it. I just remember the Cyber Planet keys. But yeah, Transformers Cybertron was the first series of Transformers I ever saw. I can't remember a frickin' thing about it. But I do remember the opening, like, the opening theme, and especially, like, Vector Prime's transformation sequence, and, like, that's it. Just realized both times I missed Kyogre. What a coincidence, indeed. Indeed. Yeah, there's a lot with this series. I'm hunting Polio. You mean Poplio? Or Purple? Yeah, Transformers is great. Great series. Alright, lobby is going up. If anybody wants to pop in, feel free to join. And thank you very much, whoever else just subscribed. I accidentally clicked the... As much as I love the shoulder buttons, it being like the A button in this game, there are times I fumble the controller like as I'm putting it down. And my finger accidentally clips the trigger button, and because it registers as an A. Again, in this game, the trigger buttons act as the A button, and the shoulder buttons act as B buttons. And sometimes I accidentally my finger just hits it, and it's like, oh wait, oh, you want to quit out? Okay. It has happened so many times. I mean, it's not like happens like every stream. It happens like once every maybe couple streams, but it just happens. I still would rather have the shoulder buttons and the trigger buttons be A and B buttons in Sword and Shield, in Scarlet Violet and all future games, rather than not be, because I love Scarlet Violet for a lot of reasons. I do not like that they took out the trigger buttons and the shoulder buttons being B and A button substitutes. I do not like that. Well, I mean, see, here's the other thing, Neo. People then would also be complaining about, are you asking me too many times about this? Because there actually were a number of things in Pokemon that it asked you, do you want to do this? Are you sure you want to do this? And people really didn't like that. And they eventually did actually remove a number of those things. Like, Remember when you were trying to forget moves in Pokemon? You know, back in, I think, like, Generation 5 was, like, the first time it happened? Where it would ask you, you know, like, 2-3 times. Not 2-3 times. It would ask you, you know, your Pokemon is trying to learn Bubble. Do you want to learn Bubble? No. Are you sure you don't want to learn Bubble? No. You know, and eventually they got rid of that. So, you know, it's kind of a lose-lose situation on both ends. Like, I mean, I'm okay with the lesser boxes, everything. Oh, you know, the comics for everything go weird. I love the techno theme. But, you know, comics in general for, like, all media goes crazy. You know, they have a lot more that they can do there. I will take the Cradily, even though it's not great. Linoon, very nice. Very, very good. Alright, we'll see for yourself. Indeed. Linoon. Lickitung. Transforms helicopter was... Yes, Drift was the helicopter in Age of Extinction. I don't know if they removed the option. I don't know how they removed the option. Chinchino. See, I don't mind the animation turn off, turn on removal. Because the only time I ever really used that was actually Dynamax Adventure Solos. So it doesn't really bother me that much. But I definitely can understand why some people would not like that thing being gone. Okay, what we are gonna do is... we are gonna go Grimmsnarl, then we're gonna go for the... Grim, then we're gonna go Girder. And I don't know what we're gonna do with that. Helicopter was just... I mean... Oh, I have no idea what kind of helicopter drift scanned. I'm pretty sure if you go to, like, TF Wiki, which is the Transformers Wiki, I think it's, like, one of the best Transformers Wikis there are, it will have, like, all the things that everyone transforms into in there. Then forward, like, this Pokemon is trying to learn Bubble Beam. No. Yeah. I don't like that. I don't know that they have that. I mean, I'm glad they got rid of, like, the multiple redundancy question asking. So, again, there's positives and negatives. There's a bit of both. 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 But yeah, no, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Yeah, so what we're gonna do, no, just use Tail Slap. Don't use Echoed Voice. Just go Tail Slap. That's yikes. Okay, Tail Wag. Yeah, no, Tail Slap really good. A fairly decent move. If I was continuing on with my draft career, I probably would have at some point used a Skill Link Chinchino. Well, then again, probably been Technician Chinchino with loaded dice more than anything, because it's kind of hilarious just how much damage that thing can actually do. But nah, the NBBL and the EBL will be my last two draft leagues for a while. Got some other projects for the channel I'm going to be focusing on over draft. Because, I mean, it's not like I dislike battling. I still love battling. It's great. But I also want to focus on some other projects, and draft leagues do draw a lot of time and energy away from a lot of other projects. Because it's the scheduling the matches, it's the editing the matches, it's the preparing for the matches, yeah, as in, like... So it's like preparing for the matches in two different capacities. It is preparing for the match in terms of, like, running some damage checks, looking into all the different Pokemon the other guy has, and then it is running the calculations in the Showdown damage calculator. Then the other prep is getting the resources in the game. But I mean, I have most of the resources in game as is. You know, I have a freaking heckin' lot of league points, vitamins. But it's like getting the TMs, because the materials for TMs is kind of a growing system. I really hope that they get rid of that in Generation 10. So then, you know, that takes a lot of time to go do that. And then, of course, there's the recording of the match itself and the editing, which, again, on their own don't seem like a lot. But if it's like, okay, I'm doing like an hour or so a day for each of those things, that's, you know, that's 5 hours. That's a decent amount of time that could be spent, you know, working on the project. Sorry, my dog had to drink. Interesting. No, you're all good, Bert. You're all good. Also, if you guys haven't done so already, don't forget to subscribe for more and leave a like on the stream. Also, that's not good. Why would your dog bite your nose? Why would doggo bite nose? I have several questions. Did you know back in play? You know it's back in play. I don't think the Grim Snarl would take this long to actually knock out, because it's a Grim Snarl. Like, I mean, granted, I'm the only one that has a super effective hit on it. It's, you can't power swap because it because dark types are immune to Prankster. Dog bumps with his nose. He loves to poke people too. Dork. But yeah, it's a really, really handy thing for those of you out there doing competitive Pokemon stuff and things. If a Pokemon has Prankster, it cannot use status moves on Dark types. So that's a really, really handy thing that I actually used in the EBL for planning things. Really handy. This is gonna be fun. Again, don't forget to leave a like on the stream. It is the best way to help support the channel out, and the way to leave a like on the stream if you're watching this in mobile view is actually just double tap the screen. That's how you leave a like. This is a big thing for Prankster. Well, the thing is, originally it actually didn't do that. In the changeover from Gen 6 into Gen 7, they added that. And this is my, I mean, I literally have 0 things to confirm this. We're also switching out the, Lickitung for the Grimmsnarl. I have 0 things to confirm this, but it is my hypothesizations that the entire reason they did that is the game devs realized Dark type was never a problem, and when they made Fairy, they made Dark so weak because offensively Ghost is just it but better, and defensively so many other things are just better than Dark. You know, is that it basically, Dark had like literally nothing going for it, and they realized this, and like, okay, we got to give Dark type something, so they gave them an immunity to Prankster. You know, that is what my thinking is. I have nothing backing that up. But it just seems a little bit weird. We are going to be going for the Girder. How you doing, Latios? How you doing? Because, like, howdy. But yeah, I mean, this is a product I never actually got around to making. Maybe at some point I actually will go and make it. But it's that Fairy was an unnecessary inclusion typing-wise. That the idea of fixing Dragon, Fighting, and Dark types that were a problem, the logic just completely falls apart when you think about things. Because it wasn't the Dragon type that was strong. It was the Pokemon that happened to be Dragon types. Because even if you go on not if you go on Bulbapedia and you look at the fully evolved average Dragon type stat line, it's above 600. Even back as far as Generation 5, if you took out all the box art restricted, so you took out Dialga, Palkia, Giratina, Dragon Arceus does actually fit into all those things as well. You took out all of those and you just looked at fully evolved Dragon types and the small legendaries, so basically base 600 or less. Thank you very much, whoever just subscribed. You will find that there were like four fully evolved Dragon types as of Gen 5. Let's say, no, I think maybe it was 5 or more, 5 or so. Like 4 or 5 of them that were fully evolved. I love their ultimate. Come on, I'm not going to grab Ultimate's link, please. Like 4 or 5 of them. that were not basic 100 or more. And then there were just as many ones that were pseudo-legendaries. So let's actually go count them off. For the non-pseudo-legendary, non-legendary dragons that were fully evolved in Gen 5, it was Kingdra, Altaria, Flygon. There were no other non-legendary dragons in Gen 5 other than the Gable family, which is fully evolved. Haxorus, Drotagon. Yeah, 5. Yeah, 5 of them. 5. Compared to the pseudo-legendaries that existed at the time. Dragonite, Salamence, Garchomp, Hydreigon, and then, you know, the 600 or less legendaries, Latios. There were more dragon types in Gen 5 that were not box art restricteds that had more than a 600 or more BST than didn't. Which is the reason why, like, it was so close to basically, you know, 600. Did you know he's indeed getting bullied? Indeed, it is getting bullied. So, the problem really wasn't typing, it was stats. The other thing is that most dragon types that are good or were good, at least back in Generation 5, they weren't good because they were dragon. They were good because they brought like 4 separate things to the table in addition to being dragon, like Garchomp. It wasn't good because it was a dragon type. It was good because it was a fast ground type. It was the fastest earthquake user there was until Landorus came out. I think even actually it was faster than Landorus still. You know, but Buddy was freaking zooming. And again, 130 base attack stat, 102 speed earthquakes. You know, that's kind of just slapping just about everything with, you know, a pretty insane bulk. Dragonite, it was actually very bulky for what it was. You know, Dragon Dance, easy setup. You know, easy no-read. Again, earthquake immunities, flying type. Salamence, flying type, earthquake immunity, intimidate, Dragon Dance. Yeah, Salamence is also the only Pokemon to ever fundamentally make a mixed offensive set work at a high level. And by mix, I mean like it carries a physical and a special move in the same moveset that it uses consistently. Salamence was the only Pokemon to ever do that. Because again, base stats. You know, Kingdra. Kingdra was great because it was a fast water type under rain. It would blast things under rain teams. What's the trick? Yeah, what is the trick? Flygon, again, levitating fast earthquake user. Not as good as Garchomp, but still pretty good. Again, just your stats. It was never, like, Dragon as a typing is strong because of typing. If you took, like, Garchomp stats and you slapped them onto anything, like, say, you took Gliscor, gave it Garchomp stats, being a ground flying type, it would still be, like, way more dangerous than Garchomp. You took, you know, you took Salamence's stats, gave it to, like, Mamoswine. It'd be, like, freaking destructive as all get out. It had, I mean, I can't think it had nothing to do with Dragon being Dragon type, but it had far less to do with being Dragon than being anything else. And far more to deal with just the simple stats. Get rid of skill swap them on, go into a 7-star raid with them, take a slacking, skill swap them on, skill swap the boss players. I don't think that would work. I mean, it would be funny if it did, Neo. That would be fun, but I don't know if that would be a thing that would work well. That'd be fun. It'd be fun, though. Yikes. Yeah, that'd be fun. And again, don't forget to leave a like on the stream if you guys haven't done so already. You know, leave that like. It is the best way to help make sure more amazing viewers find our way here. No shinies. That was not good. We had a very bad lineup for that one. That was just a bad lineup. That was just a really bad lineup. Let's go again. Let's try that again. But yeah, no, it... Yeah, it's Dragon and Dark, and fighting types were never anywhere near as dangerous as people thought they were. Sounds good, Bert. Have a very nice day. Thank you very much. Yeah, the main reason why fighting types were quite good was not damage, but attack. Hello there, Lindsay Hopper. How you doing? You know, you had stuff like, what was it? Yeah, Unburden, Fake Out on Lee, which was, you know, really, really fast and had a good close combat. You had Toxic, which is a really good which has a really good Fake Out, and it was immune to water moves, which again, you know, Kyogre was one of the best Pokemon in VGC at the time, and it just bodied Kyogre to left, right, and center. You know, not really many things could do that. You know, Guts, Flame Orb, Mach Punch, or Drain Punch even, on Conkeldurr and Trick Room. That was destructive. It had very little to do with the fact that they were fighting types, and more the fact that just they had good stats, they had good abilities that people could synergize with. And Dark types, like, yet broadly same deal. Bisharp massively punished Intimidate. Baskyfish, it massively punished Intimidate user because of Defiant. It also had a really good, had a good Sucker Punch. Dragonair. Scolipede, because it's really telling. The best Sucker Punch user as of Gen 6 was not a Dark type. It was Mega Mawile. It was more of them that a Sucker Punch as a move is good. Which again, goes hand in hand with the reason why something like Extreme Speed was so good. You know, it was never the type itself that was the problem. We are gonna go Steel, which is Alolan Dugtrio, over... I mean, anyway. Then we're gonna go Kingler, and then we are gonna go for the Rhydon. You're cleaning up this DA was waiting for lobby. It looks like you got two other people here. Oh, no. Yeah. Yeah, you're good, Neo. You're good. Oh, yeah, also, Neo, don't know if you saw the news. I do not know if you saw the news. It is a sad day for HoloLive. I can do jack squat nothing here. I can do actually jack squat freaking nothing. Alright, so, I mean, we're gonna keep Scolipede. We're gonna swap out Dragonair, and we're gonna swap out Baskyfish, and we're gonna swap out me. So, I'm gonna take the Kingler. But Shiny Ponyta, very nice, Omega Master, very nice. I love you guys. Thank you very much, whoever just subscribed. And if you haven't done so already, don't forget to subscribe for more. All Giga Chats. Subscribe for more. You do indeed want to be a gigaist of chat, do you not? Yeah, it's... Yeah, Hollow Myth's been around for like, what, 4 years at this point? Hello, Nathan62. Welcome back. How you doing? Yeah, it's... I mean, Blessagura and Cali, they're still going strong. Ina's fluctuates, but I mean, Ina also has like medical stuff, which is kind of a thing. That is a bit of a problem with her. She's unwell for periods of time and then she gets better. That. But yeah, no, it's that is a very, very sad day. We are going to be switching out the Dragonair for this. Switch out Dragonair for Dugtrio. Hello there, Star Knight. Welcome in. Good luck with Kyurem. Hope you get a shiny. Just alert is working on my Nuzlocke. Nice. What game are you Nuzlocking, if you don't mind my asking? We have certainly not had a lot of luck with Kyurem, considering we are over odds on it. We're also over odds on our shiny Latios hunt. But as we always say, every non-shiny encounter is merely one encounter closer to the shiny. Neo is taking that. I'll be swapping out for Kingler, and then the Baskyfish swaps out for the Rhydon. There we go. Actually, Actually, Link, swap out for the scientist here. Swap out for scientist here. If they get something better, maybe we ball with that. Just to see what we do. Just to see how it works. Let's see how this works out for our heroes. You know what? I like that. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with Clink Clang. It is a steal. Okay, that changes plans. Scolipede. We're swapping Scolipede out for... We'll swap Scolipede out for Rhydon. I will take the Kingler, and then we swap out Scolipede for Rhydon. We have Shark Prince X, Phoenix Elder God, Phoenix Elder God of Tentacles, the Grim Reaper itself, and then yes. Yeah. I kind of completely forgot about Kira for a second. I kind of forgot Kira existed. Nothing in Black 2, based. I can only use Pokemon that are caught in Dream Radar, based. I'm a big fan of Unova. Unova is absolutely top tier. Callie is a dork. Callie is indeed a dork. I love Callie. That was almost my favorite meal was the first one I saw. Yeah, I saw a lot of the comments on the post about that. Yeah, I mean, 4 years, I think, is how long that myth has been around. Like, at around 4 years, at least. Yeah, it's... I mean, she'll still be on, like, with Hololive for a while. Like, she'll be, like, appearing in, like, special project things. Which actually kind of makes me wonder if, like, Breaking Dimensions, like, kind of like a send-off to her or something. If that's the case, that's sad. I'm swapping out for this. But yeah, on more positive things, Neo, did I ever send you Callie singing Metal Gear Rising Revengeance songs, which is just freaking based, because she loves Metal Gear, and just seeing, oh my gosh, she is singing Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, and she's like getting frustrated at herself when she messes up. That's absolutely adorable. Swapping out for this. She would. She would, and it's great. I'm gonna need to get those. I'm gonna need to go grab the videos when I get done. We are gonna go for the Rhydon. You know what, Adachi, switch out at the scientist lady. Just see what we get. Just see what we get. Maybe we fluff around and find out. Let's hack around and find out, ladies and gents. I swear, if we get like a Berserker. You know what? That's... I mean, it's not Berserker, but it's pretty dang good. Yeah, much better. I mean, in that case, I'm swapping out then for the Rhydon, so... For once, the NPCs gave us the good Pokemon. 2 Steel types. Honestly, not bad. Not bad. Actually, let's look at stat-wise for things. Let's see. Who's got the best stats and things? You. Why negative attacking? All right. We're gonna Dynamax the Doug Trio against... Yeah, we Dynamax the Doug Trio against the Kyurem, so Clink Clang Dynamax here. Not Clink Clang, just Clink Dynamax here. If we even need to go for that long. I don't even well then, yeah, no problem. High horsepower, go bonk. If I can land a... Of course I can. I missed grab here. Of course I missed. WWE SmackDown. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with this. Yeah, that's what the stat differential is like on Rhydon. A lot of physical defense. Not so much special. Yes, Dynamax Link. Dynamax Link. Because I don't like relying on Crab Hammer. Even though it hits for a frickin' heckin' lot of damage, it has a decent miss chance. As we just saw right there. To be fair, I don't know if I have Gura's lore yet. I think he's just a shark. I'm pretty sure Gura is just a shark. He's a short shark. Which apparently in Hollow Cure, the reason why her portion has like that line of blue pixels at the top is just an in-joke that Gura is short. Ah, poor Gura. Bonk. That's what I like seeing. That's what I like seeing from Crab Hammer. Yeah, even with a massive physical defense, like, it still does a freaking lot of damage because it's a quad weakness. And also high base power. Yep, just steel move. Just go steel move. Indeed, just steel move. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun. Yeah, I'm actually gonna be taking the Rhydon. Yeah, Rhydon and Kingler actually have like basically the exact same stat distribution, where they've got, you know, really high attack, really high defense, comparatively. The Rhydon's got more defense, and then like just god awful everything else. I mean, Rhydon's at least got like high HP. Kingler does not really have high HP. Because I always think of the times you pushed Ina off the giant fishing terminal Minecraft. Ah, Hollow Myth. They put the fun in dysfunctional. That is the best way to think of Hollow Myth. They put the fun in. And they love it. Yeah, I just remember there was like one thing when they were playing, I think like Jackbox or something. And it was, you know, what was the greatest thing to ever auto-tune? I forget what one option was, but the other option was auto-tuning the Hollow Myth cover of John Denver's Country Road. And Gura just said, Watson! And it was Amelia who put that down there for the thing. And it was like, oh, this is why I love these guys. The shenanigans are absolutely unrivaled. Thank you very much, whoever just subscribed. Many thanks. The shenanigans are just absolutely amazing. I'm gonna get some more water after this one. Hello, Godzilla Edits. Welcome, welcome. A based Godzilla fan. If you are a fan of Godzilla, you are going to absolutely love our second channel, Max Allo, where we cover Godzilla almost all the time. We cover a lot of Godzilla. Thank you. We'd like to guess what Godzilla it is behind us. I always love asking people who are Godzilla fans if they can tell what figure it is. Nice to redeem you. And that flatlines me. Not surprised that flatlines me. I have like non-existent special defense. You are correct. It is Final Wars. Very good. Two flash cannon. Well, I'm basically, I am presently 15 feet over that way. Game ended. Oh, wait. Meditator. Hey, TH, welcome back. Hello, Gamer Tricks. Oh, Game Tricks, not Gamer Tricks. Nice. Very good. Tag boost? No. Max them up to a fight. Yeah, love the force. Yeah, I forget how long ago we got that. I forget how long ago we got it. We got it a long freaking time ago. Like, I think we got it at that giant Target. That like the giant Target or Toys R Us, which is just no longer a thing that exists down in New York City. Only ice beam of Dynamax here, practically a hyper beam point blank for Rhydon. Well, I mean, hyper beam does jack squat nothing to Rhydon. I mean, Hyper Beam and Giga Impact, as far as moves go, are not really strong. Though you did actually see Regigigas and in Sword and Shield Dynamax formats alongside Galar Weezing did actually run Giga Impact. I'm sad that that was a very sad day. 07s for the giant Toys R Us. 07s in the chat for those. Why are you freaking ganging up on me? See, I have non-existent special defense. 07s for the Toys R Us. Thank you very much, whoever just subscribed. Absolute Giga Chat. Now, please, go down, Kyurem. Please go down, Kyurem. Please. Please go down. Please. Please, thank you. That's revenge for knocking me out the first time and almost knocking me out the second time, Kyurem. And a critical hit just for good measure to spite you. Despite the fact that I actually really, really like Kyurem. It is one of my favorite legendaries. Thank you very much for all the 07s. Thank you very much, Godzilla edits. My thanks. Oh yeah, I just realized it's fitting we're talking about Transformers earlier in the stream, so I am wearing my Optimus Prime t-shirt. I didn't even realize that. Yeah, I need to keep in mind, do not wear white t-shirts when the face cam is on, when it's summer, because it fricks up the lighting. It fricks up the lighting so hard. But the other thing is the white shirts are like thinner, so not as heavy. The black and like both dark t-shirts in general hold in heat so much. Problems. Oh, then you're gonna love our second channel, Godzilla Edits. We've actually been working on some videos talking about Transformers, and we talk about Godzilla a lot over there, obviously. But yeah, no, we talk about stuff like that all the time. We got a video on Transformers actually already up, but we got more coming. For our green screen. I mean, I don't have a green screen. Yet. But the fun part is, I mean, I would definitely wear a green. I would definitely wear a green shirt when I have a green screen. I don't even think I have a green t-shirt. Yeah, Godzilla, Pokemon, and Transformers. Very based. Very based. I don't even think I have a green t-shirt. So I actually couldn't do that. But I mean, I 100% would be the person that does that and just have like a disembodied floating head on just a random background. That is exactly something I would do. All right, I'm gonna go get some more water, so I'll be back in a sec. But I'm gonna open up the lobby before we go do that. Feel free to pop in, anybody. Link code is 19283746. And I leave you in the hands of the true brains behind the operation, the exceptionally capable hands of the Allosaurus. I'll be back. Alright. Now we are back. What is your favorite Pokemon? Mine is Metagross. Metagross is my favorite Pokemon. The funny thing is, Metagross is not my favorite Pokemon to use in battles. I am a Draft League player, although I am formally retiring for a while from Draft League. We're in 2 Draft Leagues at the moment, and we have a Tyranitar team in both of them. For 1 Draft League, I have a full weather lineup. I've got a Drizzle setter, I have a Drought setter, I have a Sand setter, Tyranitar, and I have a Galarian Slowking who runs Chilly Reception. So I have Omni Weather Inflictor, which is I love. And in my other draft, I have Tyranitar, I have Gyarados, because I have Gyarados in both of them, because I love Gyarados and Tyranitar. But yeah, I think you'd enjoy those. My Tyranitar is specifically named Gojira as well. Gojira the Tower Master. Yes, I have my ribbon assigned to my Tyranitar named Godzilla is the Tower Master. I think you can understand why, and thank you very much, whoever just subscribed. I think the Weather Wars of Gen 5. Yeah, as much as I do love... Yo, Berserker, let's go. We win. We're partying. Dreadnought. As much as I do love Gen 5, the only thing... go for the Scolipede. The only thing about Gen 5 that I am glad did get changed... I guess go Kingler. The only thing I'm glad that it did get changed about Gen 5 going into Gen 6 was that weather setting abilities were not infinite turns anymore. As much as I do love Gen 5, I do think that was a good change. You know, it's like, in my opinion, like, ideal peak Pokemon for a game competitively would be Gen 5 mechanics, like Gen 5, like with all the Pokemon that have been added since, in Gen 5 style. So no super mechanics and just battling. I love that. None of these are good, so I guess we just go... none of these are good, so it really doesn't matter what we do. And your land shark is sushi. Well, yeah, but see, here's the thing. Glaceon is not very fast. That's the other thing. Also, Yacht Bears exist. Yeah, I don't... As much as I do, again, as much as I love Gen 5, I don't like the weather wars that happened. I am very glad that that was a difference. Quick Claw only works like 10% of the time. That's not how that works. That's not how things work. Toxic. Just go for attacking moves. Do not go for status moves. Just go Mega Horn. Crab Hammer, Gorbog. It is what it is, indeed. Yeah, again, I'm hoping that Gen 10 has no super mechanics. Because as much as I like Terra, because Terra is actually the most tame, comparatively. Comparatively tame. And I mean, super mechanics as a whole are not good. I hope that they stop that. And Gen... Yeah, it is the most tame of all super mechanics, which, I mean, when you're talking about Terrastalize, Mega Evolution, Z-Moves, and Dynamaxing, being the most tame doesn't really say a whole lot. It's like saying Mothra is the least destructive of Toho's Big Five when it comes to Kaiju. Is like... She may not cause the most damage, but, like, she still causes a lot. So it doesn't really say, it doesn't really mean all that much, and yes, I really, really hope that when Gen 10 comes around, it's just there's no super mechanics. Because here's, like, the interesting thing that I've noticed. Because I even pointed this out. Well, I mean, Neo, I did say compared to the Big Five. And the Big Five are Godzilla, Mothra, Rodan, King Ghidorah, and Mechagodzilla. You know, compared to among those five, Mothra is the least destructive, but she's still pretty destructive. I'm doing pretty well, John. I think Z moves were too gimmicky. Megas would have been fine had they given the wrong one. Megas, I have a bigger gripe with. I have a bigger gripe with Megas. Z moves, Dynamax has been. The funny thing is that overall, Dynamaxing was the most balanced because it had a built-in game end switch. Because you couldn't switch it out. And you needed to get the move off in order to gain the boost. A lot of people basically make the big deal out of, oh, well, Dynamaxes have, you know, stat boosting and weather setting, but it's like, if something is going to be stat boosting, they're not going to be field condition setting. if they're not going to be... If they're going to be field condition setting, they're not going to be stat boosting. So they can't... People act almost like they have every single possible thing at once. And also, the other thing is that people go for, like, the extreme example of... They do things like looking at the weakness policy Trick Room Rhyperior, where if you're using the Trick Room... thank you very much, whoever just described. If you're using the Trick Room Dynamax Rhyperior with weakness policy as, like, your example of, like, why Dynamaxing is unbalanced, then the example for Megas cannot be looking at, like, Mega Pidgeot. It needs to be exclusively, like, Primal Groudon, Primal Kyogre, and Mega Rayquaza. You know, you're deliberately comparing the most extreme example against not the most extreme example, and it is very deliberately misinformative. As well as Max Ooze and Max Knuckle were actually significantly weaker than the other Max moves. Also, basically every G-Max move was basically garbage. But yeah, Z-moves were interesting, but the problem with Z-moves is that Z-moves were often used as basically counter-destroyers. So like, oh, well, my Garchomp outspeeds your literally every fairy type. Corkscrew, Crash, remove the fairy type from existence. You know, the funny part is that, yeah, Dynamax can go for superpower. The funny thing is that Z-moves were actually made to be answers for bulky Pokemon to use to defeat Megas. It was because Pokemon needed to be so spec'd into bulk to survive hits from Megas, they couldn't get that extra power out to defeat the Megas, that Z-moves were made to give them that little extra bit of push to knock them out. However, because we are players and we min-max like insanity, that's not what happened. Just go for Mega Horn, don't go for Steel Roller. And again, with Dynamaxing, it was... I did an entire video I was planning on doing about this. My favorite Godzilla. That's a hard question, because I like almost all of them for very different reasons. It's a very, very hard question to pick. Same with movie. Very difficult question for me. The good case of the Megas not being broken. Well, the other thing is this, Hal. Did the Mega actually help the base Pokemon? Because the answer to that question is no Mega helped the base Pokemon. Because the Mega is its own separate stat line, its own separate ability. It is its own separate beast altogether. To say that, like, Mega Lopunny made Lopunny good is like to say Swinub is the best Pokemon in existence because Mamoswine just dunks on Landorus. You know, it's one is not the other. You can't use a Swinub and achieve the same feats as a Mamoswine. It's the reason why, if they were out of battle transformations, no one would ever bring a regular Mawile to a fight. They would always be bringing the Mega. No switch outs. You know, that it's a very weird thing, and thank you very much, whoever just subscribed. We are going to go. We're gonna go for the psychic type. We're gonna go for the Kadabra. Because, like, when it comes to Pokemon, we all recognize. I saw Godzilla edits, but it's like I have a very hard time picking my favorite Godzilla and favorite movie. That is something I actually do need to think about for a long time, because I like all of them for very different reasons. It's a very difficult question to answer. I will take expert belt. It's a very good thing. It's a very good thing. Because, like, we recognize that, like, Rotom, you know, every different form of Rotom is its own distinct thing. We don't say, oh, Rotom is great, and mean, like, all Rotom when we're talking about, say, Rotom Wash. You know, it's specific. It is just Rotom Wash. Giratina. We specify Giratina Origin, Giratina Altered. But Zygarde, same thing. Zygarde Complete, Zygarde 10, Zygarde 50. Not same things. We recognize that all distinct to separate forms. But why is it with Megas we group them together despite them being two entirely separate different things? And there is a reason for that. Sorry, my phone lags. It's all good, Legion. It's all good. It's all good. And there is a... Wow, that was a lot faster than I expected. Holy crap. That was a lot faster than I expected. I didn't think it would... I mean, I knew it would do a lot of damage. I didn't think it would knock out in one hit. Freaking heck. Swap out Kingler for this. Kadabra just got freaking deleted. Kadabra got freaking deleted. I didn't think it would do that much. I really didn't, but I mean, that was funny. I mean, yeah, but it's also like, I didn't think it would do that much. Freaking heck, that was amazing. But you know, it's just, it's very strange, like when it comes to Megas, that we're not gonna Dynamax against this thing. Just go Mega Horn on the, just go Mega Horn on thing. Just go Mega Horn on the Scolipede. I kind of remember the name for a second. Yes, Heisei Godzilla is great. Heisei Godzilla is pretty good. But you know, it's with the Megas thing, it's kind of like a weirdly almost like insidious thing where because we imagine like the Pokemon we like are good, we want to see the Pokemon we like be as good as we think they are, and like how as good as we imagine them in our heads. So it kind of like tricks us into thinking that they're the same thing. And it's the other issue is that when something like that happens, it is the same like chemical response in your brain that people get from certain kinds of illicit substances, which is the reason why people can't break those habits. So it essentially becomes almost like an addiction to nostalgia, and like an addiction to fan service, which is the reason why Mega is kind of a bit of a bad thing, where it legitimately causes like an addiction. Fair play. Do you have a favorite Transformer? I don't like that was sick in the movie. I don't like this in the movie. Hello there, Lee Jade. Welcome. I mean, it sounds gonna be very normie, but like, Optimus Prime. I love him. Number 1 is Optimus Prime, number 2 is Grimlock, and number 3 is Starscream for favorites. I do like Lockdown, though. I was actually really glad to see him in the Michael Bay movies, because I really liked him in Transformers Animated. Lance Hendrickson has a frickin' way with this voice. Man is just absolutely chilling. Absolutely based. And if you guys haven't done so already, please don't forget to subscribe for more and leave a like on the stream. If you watch this in mobile view, just double tap the screen and that will leave a like. There's a glass cannon word for special attackers. Glass cannon. Well, no, glass cannon is just a term in general for any character that is high damage, low defense. It's a catch-all term. It doesn't matter like if they're a physical attacker or a special attacker. Same thing as like in any other video game, but like there's magic stat or melee stats. It's just glass cannon is the term for the stat line, regardless of what category of specialty it is. Yeah, no, there is no difference for the thing. It's a catch-all term. Indeed. 107. No shinies. It is a TV Tropes page, yes. Remember, TV Tropes has everything. If you can imagine it, TV Tropes probably has a page on it. Which is one of the many reasons I love that site. I mean, it is a legitimate problem. I spend way too much time reading TV tropes things. Alongside some unbalanced super gimmicks, we had super well balanced gimmick. We also yes, that's another thing. But yeah, no, I mean it's kind of a thing of the gimmicks as a whole are themselves on principle unbalanced. I mean, the other reason why is that the super mechanics are often given to the fan favorites. Because as successful as Pokemon is as a gaming company, it is the second most profitable gaming company in the world. It's the second most profitable gaming franchise there is. The vast majority of its sales are merch. It's only second to Mario, who is also primary sales are from merch, even though he releases like 6 games a year. That's the reason why like a lot of the big popular Pokemon like Charizard, Greninja, Lucario get a lot of merch and get, you know, a lot of these special forms is to sell more merch. The funny thing is, Urshifu is really not that broken. A lot of people made a big deal about Urshifu when it first came out, but it never really did as much damage as people thought it did. How much it cost? I have no clue. We got this thing like 15 years ago, and I think it was like maybe $20, $30, if that. You know, I legitimately can't remember. Hello there, Micah. How are you doing? It's been a while. Welcome back. But yeah, no, it's like, its super mechanics as a whole are unbalanced. But, I mean, the other thing is that when you give I mean, this is also the other, like, the flip side of the Mega Evolutions that kind of destroy a lot of Pokemon, excuse me, going forward. Lives up, if anyone wants to join in. Pokemon that received Megas will never receive another boost ever again. It also means that that Pokemon will never be able to receive a regional variant. So, there is no way Flygon will ever get a stat boost. It will never get a regional variant. Well, if it got a Mega. That's, I guess I should preface it with that. So, like, if Flygon does get a Mega, it will never receive a rebalance to its stats for when Megas are gone to be able to do good things. It will never receive a regional variant. Because any time that a Mega could return, they need to always consider what's going to happen with this thing. You know, it's the reason why, like, Mega Evolution's doomed Pokemon like Mawile. Because Megas may never return. But it always needs to be a consideration. They could return, so they can't really buff them. Unless Pokemon Company, like, flat out says, we are never bringing Megas back. They are formally retired. And they will never come back. But again, there's always going to be a thing of, well, they could still come back in the end. So, like, it's kind of a very, very big, worrisome thing that, you know, Mega Evolution kind of basically killed any prospect a lot of these Pokemon have for future buffs. Question, what do you think about Pokemon Unite? I used to play it. Oh, double A, I'll take that. Skuntank, I used to play it. Got a bit too pay to win for me. Hi, Sylveon, I'm doing very well. How are you? Wheezing, okay. I'm kind of okay with that. I'm kind of okay with the wheezing. I guess Persian. It's not good. Yeah, for me, the issue came in when, I mean, it was an issue for a while for me, but the breaking point, like, Sylveon was kind of a big big, not good thing for me. But then came, like, Mew, where, I mean, like, they had Sylveon. You could only get Sylveon if you paid real money for it. We are going to go... We are going to go for the egg tree. For me, like, the breaking point was, because again, Sylveon thing, they made Sylveon great, and then, like, 4 hours after they released Sylveon, they nerfed it so hard, but it was still, like, super freaking broken. Then Zoroark. Zoroark was freaking broken. You could only get it with, like, with buying it with real money for, like, a week. Zoroark was broken. Then, after Zoroark was available for anyone to play, you know, free-to-play in-game currency, they nerfed Zoroark. Same with Duraludon, same thing with, like, Scizor. And then Mew happened, and Mew was just clowning on everything. And again, you could only use Mew if you bought it with real money. And I'm like, I'm done. You know, I wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt, but I'm done. Yeah, I got out before both Mewtwo's. You know, and it's like, the game was always pay to win, but it was pay to win in such a way where if you were good enough at playing, you could overcome that. You know, you could overcome, like, the pay to win shills by being good. But then they just got to a point where, like, the stuff is so insane, it just team wipes you with, like, the click of a button, and I'm like, I'm out. I mean, Lucario was the most broken character in that entire game. Damage boost at low health, auto shield that deploys when at low HP. It was insane. Infinite dash, it was insane. Knockback, stunning, it was ridiculous. Grenade with executes. Yeah, it was, the game was very pay to win, which, I mean, I knew it was going to be that way for I knew that was how the game was going to be, because it's just the nature of a game like that. But I was good for kind of a while, but then I got out of it, this whole thing. It was a good idea, but again, pay to win greed is kind of a bit of a stupid thing. But yeah, it got gradually much less. Again, at the start, you could do well with free to play, because I actually did get to, like, the master rank, like the highest rank you could possibly get in the game a couple times. Again, just free to play, because I only play free to play. But after a while, it was like, it's just not worth it. Stuff like Nut. I mean, the Megas were always there in, like, Unite, TCG, still here, but not. Well, yeah, but the thing is, Megas still existing in those games means there is the potential for them to return in the mainline games, which means those Pokemon can never receive auxiliary buffs. Like, Mawile will never be able to receive a buff until Megas are, as a whole, completely removed. And are, like, Mawile will never get a buff until Game Freak says, we are putting our foot down, Megas are gone forever. And they will not come back. Switch out Weezing for this. Switch out Weezing for this. You know, that is the only way that they will be removed permanently. Like, they will be able to have that, because again, the potential of them returning is just so insane. You gotta remember, Mega Mawile functionally has the highest attack out of anything in the series. Backwards calculating it, it has an effective 257 base attack stat. Which, keep in mind, Mega Mewtwo X has an actual base attack stat of, if I'm remembering correctly, 194. You know, it's insane, the difference. Gave him. I don't think Megas will be returning in ZA. I do not think Megas are going to be in ZA. We are going to be going for the Colossal, which is the Rock type. The main reason why is, again, it presents that whole thing of the Megas, but second, it also presents two big issues for Generation 10. Will Megas as a whole be returning in Generation 10? And if so, does that mean other super mechanics are going to be coming into the game? Or are they going to be bringing Megas back in ZA and then immediately just taking them out? Just kind of like what happened with the changeover from Generation 7 to Generation 8, which, if that's the case, the changeover from ZA into Gen 10 with the removal of Megas is going to spark the exact same, the acronym I have to use is whining and retaliation. You know, take the first letter of those three words, put them together, see what the thing is. You know, the giant civil whining and retaliation that happened in the community before Sword and Shield released. They will do that same thing again. Except this time it'll be even worse. You know, a lot of people just basically hid the fact that they enjoyed playing Pokemon during that purely because they just did not want to be caught up in it. You know, it made the community a freaking nightmare zone. And I really hope it doesn't happen again. Like, if that's what's going to happen if they bring Megas back for ZA and they take him out immediately. The other issue is this. If they add Megas in period, they will need to keep them around every single game, or that same thing is going to happen again. And the longer they keep them around, the worse it is going to be when they rip that Band-Aid off. You know, the community almost completely tore itself in half over that. If they do it again, I really don't think the community will be able to survive after that. You know, the Pokemon community has been through a lot of struggle. But a lot of that has done a lot of damage. The community has never been as divided as it is today. I don't think Charizard's getting another special version. You know, you could say it's like hope, you could say it's coping, but it's like, if it does, it will probably tear the community apart. Again, the community is already incredibly hostile as it is to a lot of different things. If they, again, don't do that again, it's basically going to rip everything to pieces. It's going to be basically over. And that worries me, because I lived through the two biggest divisions in the community. The Unova struggle, and then the Great Galar civil whining and retaliation. And we're going to get another one. It's going to be horrifying. Because, like, the damage dealt from the Unova thing has not gone away. Like, it still exists. And of course, as a result, again, the Galar stuff still hasn't gone away either. So again, this one is... It is going to be taking probably, like, a decade plus for, like, the community to, like, come together again. Which point we're going to be in, like, what, Gen 13? Like, it's horrifying. It is absolutely horrifying what's going to be happening. Yeah, no, it's the reason why Mega's returning worries me. The potential of them returning greatly worries me. I'm really hoping that ZA is just a city building sim. That's what my hope is. It's just a city building sim. And it's a city building sim where you just don't even catch Pokemon. It literally is just a city builder. It's literally just The Sims set in Pokemon, and I'd love that. I'm gonna go out here, but kind of. Exactly. Like, I mean, it's a bit of an extreme example, Heath, but like I'm referring like strictly to, you know, the Pokemon community. Where, I mean, I see what you mean on that. I see what you mean on that there. But that's a bit of different. With this one, it's like, it's the divisions within the Pokemon community and the factionalism present in the community you will not get rid of because of how deeply it's been entrenched. I am going to be switching out for this. I'll be switching out for Coalyface. So, basically, here's what we do. Dynamax is going to be the Persian. Persian is going to be setting up Misty Terrain with Play Rough. Cantonian Executor is going to go for Terrain Pulse. Skuntank is going to go for Acid Spray. And I'm going to go for Meteor Beam against the Kyurem. We are shiny hunting Kyurem, whitey dude. We are shiny hunting Kyurem. Let me go fix our sub goal because we have achieved our sub goal. Thank you very much, whoever just subscribed. True Base Chad. Alright, let's go for this thing. Let's go for this. Just focus on using Acid Spray against just focus on using Acid Spray against Coffin Face. Just focus on using Acid Spray against Coffin Face. So, Dynamax, the Alolan... Why did I keep freaking say Alolan Executor? Dynamax the Executor, when it gets the chance to Dynamax, just use Psycho Cut until that comes around. You know, just keep using Psycho Cut until that rolls around. Also, can I slide in front? Yeah, that's perfectly fine, Heath. That's perfectly fine. Cockwood gets avoided. Dodge. Psycho Code. Wonder Doom. I'm kind of okay with that. I'm kind of okay with this. Meteor Beam, charging up our space lasers. Charging up our space lasers. I mean, I'm literally just watching this on cutscene mode now because I don't even need to press a button. Don't touch it. Indeed. Well, we have no abilities that really benefit us at all. We have no damage increasing abilities, and none of our abilities like really do anything here. So I don't really mind this, because Technician does nothing for Persian. Aftermath does nothing on Skuntank, and I'm pretty sure Harvest is the ability that Egg Tree's got, which we got no way of setting up Sun here, other than me, and we're not setting it up. And I have Steam Engine, and this thing has no means of activating Steam Engine for me. Oh, frickin' heckin' lot of damage. Okay. I did not realize it would do that much. I did not realize. Okay, I am going to be stalling things out then. I'm going to be stalling things out. Nah, y'all good, Neo. Y'all good. Well, yeah, but it's like, I didn't think it would do that much. I don't think it would do that freaking much. That's freaking heckin' much. It's a freaking heckin' lot of much damage. Okay, good. Now we fine. Now we're fine. Now we're fine. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. You can Dynamax and go for Solar Beam next turn. Why is freaking? I mean, I'm glad it's using Wonder Room. I'm glad it's just using it. So yeah, now Dynamax the Egg Tree, go for Solar Beam, and we are good to go. Egg Tree Muse would be very good. Egg Tree Muse would be very good. Yeah, I understand that entirely, Neo. I get ideas for my stories at the most inopportune moments all of the frickin' time. I definitely feel you on that. I love Meteor Beam. I am so sad that Tyranitar doesn't learn Meteor Beam, because for a draft league, I had so many ideas for it. Because my plan was I go like Power Herb or whatever the herb is that like 2-turn charge up moves, they execute immediately. Yeah, I think it's the Power Herb. Yeah, because it's the White Herb, Mental Herb, and Power Herb. Yeah, the Power Herb. Use that, and then use Power Herb Meteor Beam. And also have Rock Polish. But see, here's the thing. It doesn't get Meteor Beam or Rock Polish. I was so sad. Because, like, I had so many memes. It was going to be such a fun meme set. But no, it doesn't learn either of them. I'm pretty sure it used to get Meteor Beam. Not Meteor Beam. Rock Polish. Like, I know it never got Meteor Beam. I actually went back and checked and it never got it. But I think it used to get Rock Polish. Again, could be wrong. Nobody takes this. But, you know, I thought of that and I was like, oh, that would be so fun. Because I realized in one of my draft matches. Hello there, Ollie Plays. Welcome, welcome. The big damage Meteor Beam done to Lego. Oh, no, I've seen what Meteor Beam Nihilego does. I have seen what Meteor Beam Lego my Nihilego does. Is gems in yellow? I don't think opal is a gem. I believe. I mean, there's probably a lot of gems that are yellow, but I don't think opal is yellow. I believe generally yellow gems are topaz, but I could be wrong on that. Rock polish. Mutton for the crystal boys. Well, it's more ice than crystal, but you are correct. Yeah, we have been hunting Kyurem. More of a broken husk dragon than Crystal Boy. But technically correct. The math checks out. So yeah, Dynamax the Persian, go for Max Starfall. Executor, go for Terrain Pulse, and we ball. And we ball. Still Acid Spray on the Skuntank, as usual. Rock Polish. Did Tyranitar ever learn Rock Polish? Maybe it didn't. And maybe I'm just imagining things. Maybe I've gaslit myself into thinking it did. It did not learn by breeding. Maybe Tyranitar never learned it. Again, Dynamax the Persian and go play rough. Link. Hello, Jack. Welcome, welcome. Link, I said many times Dynamax the Persian. We do not do Twitch.com now. I hope we get a Legend Unit possible in the future for the possibility of seeing what the original is. I don't think we will ever see what the original dragon looked like because of one main reason. The original dragon occupies like the same exact place that Arceus does, the true form of Arceus does, and that's basically a plot device. They never intended to actually go with it, because again, it's a whole... It would be an unusable form of a Pokemon that we will never get. And we saw how well that turned out with the Dynamax Eternatus. So yeah, it's a shame, but I don't think we will ever actually get it. I mean, yeah. Oh, freaking heck, Tyranitar did used to get Rock Polish. Yeah, back in Diamond Pearl, Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, Gen 5, Gen 6, 7. Yeah, it used to get Rock Polish. They took out Rock Polish from Tyranitar's moveset. That was kind of sad. I wish I would. Yeah, why did they take it away? Interesting. I wonder if they took it off of Tyranitar's moveset. I mean, it kind of makes sense, but I mean, it still got Dragon Dance. It's okay, Link, but just remember, please follow the instructions and pay attention. 108. Not bad. I mean, Meteor Beam did do Meteor Beamy things. There's a reason I love Meteor Beam. Again, it's Mimi. It's fun, and I like it. It's a great move. Grossly impractical, but really fun. Like it is really freaking fun. It has a rough generation with Gen 9, so many fighting types. I mean, Tyranitar's had a rough generation ever since Generation 8, where Body Press was first added. No Cole. No Koff. No Kyurem. Yeah, no, Tyranitar's had a hard time ever since Body Press was first added. But, I mean, it did get knockoff this gen, so, I mean, that kind of helps. Kind of helps. Thank you very much, whoever just subscribed. Many, many thanks. You gotta remember, that's because of Terra Ice. You know, Terra Ice like really, really chipped into Garchomp pretty big time. Also, like, good fairy types, good flying types, ways around Earthquake. Because, again, Garchomp is a fast Earthquake user. On principle, that is what makes it good. You take away the ground type off of Garchomp and you replace it with, like, Dragon Dark. Well, thank you very much, whoever else subscribed. Like, Dragon Dark, or, Dragon Water would actually be very good for it, because it's actually a fairly decent defensive typing. Maybe, even then, actually. Not as good as Dragon Ground. Again, as the ground type. Like, you take away, like, the ground typing off of Garchomp, it loses a lot. Because, again, it's on principle been a fast Earthquake user. Now, you've got, like, Rillaboom is back, which kind of kneecaps Garchomp's main thing. Like, when Rillaboom is, like, prevalent, Garchomp runs Earth Power. Because Garchomp's ground moveset is horrible. It's like Dig, Stomping Tantrum, Earthquake. Yeah, for physical moves. It's so bad. And again, because Grassy Terrain just decapitates Earthquake damage, it like shifts over to Earth power. Just out of pure freaking necessity for just ground damage. Yes and no, Neo. Yes and no. I do love what Fall Swipe Gaming does, though. Lobby is up if anyone wants to pop in. I do like Fall Swipe Gaming. But the thing is, Pokemon fluctuate very heavily depending on a lot of factors. Like, a huge thing of what influences how good or bad a Pokemon is unfortunately Smogon itself. Like, it's one of those, like, I don't take Smogon seriously as a format, because it is a very carefully curated format that is basically, honestly, half the time, actually not half the time, like 94% of the time. Last number is a 6, Heath. Last number is a 6. Alright, guys, let's wait a minute and a half for Heath to come in, because Heath hasn't been in one yet. You know, it's like, I don't take Smogon seriously, because a lot of the time, and actually, like, as increasingly as time has gone on, they've been literally just outright banning stuff that does well against what they like using. Like, I've ever found it a bit weird that anytime there's a good ice type, it is insta-banned to Ubers. Ever find it weird that anytime there's a good ice type move user in general, it gets insta-banned to Ubers? It's because it does well against what they like using. It's the reason why they banned Sleep. Well, I mean, this Switch is also incredibly old, Heath. It's not due to the age of the Switch. No, it's now they're just getting much more blatant about banning stuff that they don't like. And it's a very carefully curated metagame just so what they like is good. And really any competitive analysis of it, I don't really take seriously because, again, it is only applicable to a hyper-curated metagame that doesn't really reflect, like, actual things where, you know, common sense takes place. But I do very much agree with a lot of, with his VGC assessments. Because VGC, it doesn't have that. You know, VGC is not curated, it's not cooked. Yeah, I've had that too, James. I've had that myself a couple times. You know, and again, it's much more stable, and again, just much more consistent. I mean, that's one of the things that I always point to when I say, like, Smogon is full of crap when it comes to stuff like evasion spamming. There was one time evasion tactics worked at VGC, and it was a minimize guard split Chansey team. Once. Out of, like, how many worlds have they held? Once. Did it do well. Once. It's like two, like there's like 2 worlds a year, I think. 2 worlds a year, I think. Like 1 or 2 a year. Yeah. Going back into like Diamond Pearl eras, like they've been doing it for like 15 years, 16 years at this point. It's actually even longer than Diamond Pearl, actually. Well, Diamond Pearl, as they started, so it's actually all the amount of things, like, was it 4? Was it 5 that started? Like almost 20 years? Wow. Well, there's the problem. Let's try again. Let's go again. Go again. You know, I do very, very much like what Fall Swipe Gaming does. Thank you very much, whoever just subscribed. Their VGC side of things, I do very much love. Hello, Dom. How you doing? Only once. I thought it'd minimize the triple unshitable, but Tom Pass would have been amazing. Nope. But that's the thing. Minimize is trash. And again, it was a minimize, like, it wasn't even just minimize. It was minimize Chansey with stealth rocks and guard split. So it was basically a Shuckle goes next to the Chansey. It uses Guard Slit on the Chansey to give the Chansey massive physical defense, massive HP stat, and minimize. Like, the reason why stuff like minimize just does not work in VGC is it's not reliable. Again, the fact that people could not replicate that later on when every time someone wins Worlds or, like, wins a big tournament with something, everyone starts copying it. Hello, Philip Plays, welcome, welcome. Like, anytime someone wins, like, a big tournament with something like that, they start using it. Remember when that one person won the tournament with Fissure Ting Lu? Everyone started running Fissure Ting Lu. And it just frickin' dropped off a cliff because it sucked. It was one time it did well. And because of that, people run with it and it does not work. Because it is a perfect storm of conditions that give rise to again, a thing like that. And after that, it just drops off a cliff. Hey, Amazon, how you doing? Oh, not that much. I mean, that's like the biggest indictment of, like, Smogon's system of things is that minimize just literally doesn't work. On a consistent level. On a consistent, but, like, yes, there will always be time where you can point to, oh, well, here's a battle where minimize worked. Yes. One battle. Out of how many? You know, out of like hundreds of, like, the thousands of matches, like, it working like once or twice. Not exactly, Neo. It's less the countering and more people just realize the flaws of it. They realize that it's such a limited thing where you have options of doing things. It's an over-centralizing, controlling part of how your team is built. All right, I'm going to go for the artillery. You did good. Bronzong. Galar Wheezing. Lamp on. What do we got? What do we get for our option? But yeah, no, it's just more so people realize what the flaws of it are. The same thing happened with... These are good. None of these are good. So we're going to stick to the... Okay, we're just going to go on and probably none of these are good. Yeah, none of these are good. Do not use Steel Roller. Bronzong, do not use Steel Roller. Boomer Man with, I have a perfect start. Yeah, so wait, Sly's doing battle later today? Because I was somewhat debating putting together a battle team to go fight him later today. Just go for Zen Headbutt. Just go Zen Headbutt. Galar Wheezing, just go Flamethrower. Just go Flamethrower. Okay. Okay, because I do want to kind of put together a team to fight him. And like his thing. He's just doing Regulation H teams, right? At this point, I've got more than enough resources for teams. So, like, and I might as well just use them. Because I think that actually this Sunday, we are not... yeah, this Sunday, we are not going to be doing Ogre Ousting. I think, as of now, Ogre Ousting is done. because I have more than enough resources for draft prep. I mean, I have near 200 fresh start mochi. I just don't need them anymore. So I am going to go. So what I am going to be doing is just basically pumping that into. Just go for attacking moves. Don't go for status moves. Just go for attacking moves. So I'm probably gonna like put together a couple battles. I mean, I'm mostly done with battling. Again, for draft, possibly as like a whole. I mean, I like battling still. Again, I love it, but I will be taking a break from it. Well, hello there, kid. Welcome, welcome. Guys, what have we said about Dynamaxing unless otherwise told to? What have we said about Dynamaxing unless otherwise told to? I am going to probably be doing the Lugia shiny hunt on Sundays. I'm probably going back to the Lugia hunt because I've been saying so much about we're going to be doing Lugia DH. We're going to be doing Lugia soft resets. We still do Lugia soft resets. We never do Lugia soft resets. But I want to get back to doing those. No, we do not swap out for this. We do not swap out for any of the Pokemon along this pathing. We do not swap out any of the Pokemon along this pathing. Guys, listen to the instructions. I mean, I think we're over like 1,000 encounters into it. Yeah, probably not hide and seek. You gotta remember, the Sunday streams are late night streams. You know, they're kind of like chill, relax, and, you know, wind down. You know, they're not really high energy. I mean, I also don't really know how hide and seek stuff works. I'm gonna be at some point. I'm gonna be figuring that out with Christian. I'm not too familiar with those things. And if you guys haven't done so already, don't forget to subscribe for more and leave a like on the stream. It is the best way to help support the channel out. Cool. Well, this is back in Heart Gold Soul Silver. This is well, it's back in original Gen 4. The original Gen 4. Actually, what is let me go check what our Lugia encounters are actually up to, because I'm very curious on this. 1,350. Okay. I mean, I also remember we weren't actually keeping track of Lugia encounters like at the start. Yeah, we're gonna go to the electric type. We are going to be going for that. Just go for attacking moves, ladies and gentlemen. No, I mean, you can hunt my reset hunters. Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Yeah, Dialga. I'm looking forward to the Dialga hunt. I'm going to it. Sounds good, Amazon. Be very, very good. Be very happy. Be very, very happy. Yeah, it's a decent lineup. Decent. So when the Dynamax gets to Wheezing, Wheezing Dynamax and just go for max poison move. Bronzong, just go for Metal Sound. But Wheezing, just go for Strange Steam next turn. Next turn, just go for Strange Steam. Hello there, Urshifu. How you doing? Yeah, Soul Silver is Soul Silver's got faster reset times. However, the main difference is odds. You have double the odds of getting a shiny that I do. Now, whether that is you have double the encounter time, as in like, you know, I can get 2 encounters in in the same time that you take to get 1. Philip, just go for Facade. In the same time that it takes to go for 1 encounter for you, maybe we get. And listen to the instructions. And now Dynamax the Wheezing and go for Max Poison move. Go for Max Poison move. Yeah, more than those. Yeah, I mean you're a frickin' salute to you, man. That frickin' trooper. I do really like Kyurem as well. I'm a big fan of Kyurem. I think it's pretty neat. Pretty neat Pokemon. I mean, it also gets one of my favorite moves, which is Freeze Dry, which is one of the reasons I actually really like Kyurem White, because it actually like it's the best user of Freeze Dry there is. Oh yeah, no, he's. I mean, he's only like 8 times odds. No, not good. He's like 6 times odds, which actually isn't horrible. But like, I mean, I've seen worse. I've seen people who are 40 times odds on certain hunts. But yeah, no, that's something. Dialma. Yes, Dialma. The dial Pokemon, Dialma. Oh, y'all good. Y'all good. Also, if you guys haven't done so already, don't forget to check out our secondary channel, Max Ello. Let me just go drop that link. We talk a lot about Godzilla and movies over there. Got a lot of products over there. Suppose you can get Dialga to reset to be the champion, but I don't want to. Oh yeah, no, that's how all legendaries work. As of, I think it was like as of Gen 2, actually. If you beat the Elite Four, it resets all knocked out legendaries. So like if you knocked out Mewtwo, or you knocked out Ho-Oh, Lugia, Suicune, Entei Raikou, Motogo Kuno, or Kyogre, Groudon, Rayquaza, you beat the Elite Four again, they respawn. Do not swap out for this. If I recall correctly, some games, after I think Generation 7 onwards, you don't even need to go beat the Elite Four to get them to respawn. They're just waiting there the whole time. Like, you could literally knock out Miraidon or Koraidon in the bottom of Area 0 and just refight them immediately. Well, yeah, Gen 8. Gen 8 is a thing. Philip, follow the instructions or you will be blocked. Last warning. Bro, so the glass be cutting for shiny. How long have you been shiny hunting? About 3? Yes, 3 years we have been shiny hunting. We've been doing 3 years worth of shiny hunts. Alright, we're gonna go for the Cramorant. We're gonna go for the Cram. I don't know, but I don't. I know, but I don't know if it acts like Shaman where you run, exit. No, I don't think Dialga acts the same way. I don't believe that is the way that it actually behaves. Ooh, eyeglass, I'll take those. Yes, Sword and Shield, all the Legends are post-game. I actually believe in Gen 5, you actually can't, like, knock out Reshiram or Zekrom and have the thing press. You need to actually catch them in order for it to happen. He is, but don't worry, Heath. There's a little thing we like to have called the block, where we prevent them from ever rejoining. See, the other thing is, I actually like it when people troll like this, because it's more fun. You just farm them for content. How about Cheeto Bird? What's the Cheeto Bird? Oh, Cramorant's a Cheeto Bird, right. I need one. I still need Shiny Cram. I love this thing. Shiny Cram, I love this thing. It's so funny.
How do I go for Lunala during your uses?
I mean, who knows? Sounds fun. What game would you be hunting Lunala in? Oh, no, it's not on Discord. I can block them in-game. You can block people in Sword and Shield. It's really handy. Hello, Drive-Out Squad. Welcome. Really handy. No. No. We've not Dynamax, please. We've not Dynamax the play. We've not gotten any shinies yet. We have not acquired any shinies as of yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to be Dynamaxing the Galar Weezing against the Kyurem. Thank you, Dom. Thank you there. Thank you. You go into Luxury Ball because I actually love Shiny Cramorant. Yes, Kayla did find the Shiny Jugulus. Yeah, don't worry. Don't worry, Heath. See, here's my favorite part about Dynamax Adventures when people are throwing, is when we still win despite their throwing tactics. I mean, I don't blame him. I don't blame him. I could have gotten Ultra Moon ready, did not. The only thing that I got for Lunala was... Yes, okay. I was gonna say, because you can only shiny hunt for Lunala and Solgaleo in this game. Yeah, that's why I was asking, because I've known a couple of people who thought you could shiny hunt them in Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. You got Bronzong, right, Dom? Just go for Metal Sound. Just keep clicking Metal Sound. Ooh, Lycanroc noise. I love Lycanroc. But yeah, no, we are going to Dynamax the Weezing, and we ball. I am here at 70k%. You tell me? I mean, you should have checked if it was locked or not, Amazon. That sounds like a skill issue. That sounds like a skill issue. Here's the fun thing. Confuser literally does not work on Misty Terrain because it blocks status nodes, so it's fun. Well, status conditions. Against grounded Pokemon. Yes, good against grounded Pokemon. You know, Negro, don't use Taunt. Just go for attacking moves. Just go for attacking moves unless otherwise specified. Because, like, it's actually quite good if it goes for Scary Face over any of its other moves. It means it's not damaging us. Yeah. It's actually very good when Pokemon in Dynamax Adventures go for status moves. Because, like, the boss Pokemon, because it means they're not damaging us. So I'm actually okay with that. I love Latias I could hunt if we started Lugia Diaz already, so I want Lunala Diaz. No, that was impressive luck. But yeah, no, when it comes to DAs, just go for attacking moves unless otherwise specified. There's very little reason to use status moves in DAs against the non-legendaries. Against the big boss legendaries, there are some times where status moves are good. Case in point, Metal Sound right here. Well, the thing is, we get outsped in basically every Dynamax adventure anyway. Yeah, the vast majority of Dynamax adventures, you are outsped by the legendary Pokemon anyways, so speed realistically doesn't matter. Also, that's not good. That's very not good. And thank you very much, whoever just subscribed. That's not good. It's okay, we've still got this. Okay, next turn, Bronzong, just go for Steel Roller. Just go click Steel Roller, Bronzong. No, it's all good, Heath. It's nothing you did. You didn't do anything wrong. You did nothing wrong, Heath. You unfortunately did get targeted. I've actually never played Animal Crossing King Kai, so I actually don't know what that's like. Second gen Lunala is going to go about side by side with the normal Lunala because Overworld is funny. Based. Okay, well, you know what? I'm okay with the light screen. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. That helps. That helps us. That helps us. Alright, we gonna be resetting some debuffs. We're gonna need to be resetting some debuffs in that case. Yeah, I think it's gonna be... Okay, city builder. Okay. I was gonna say, because I do think it is gonna be a city builder. I think it's gonna be a city builder more than anything. Wow, that's a lot more than nice bar. Alright, never mind. Just go freaking Steel Roller next turn then. But yeah, no, I think it is really just gonna be a city builder. You know, it's if it's yeah, no, like that's the thing. When people are saying like, oh, you know, what new megas are we gonna be getting in ZA? We are falling into the trap that Game Freak baited us with. The entire reason why they had the Mega Evolution logo in the teaser trailer for ZA is to get us to talk about the game. Because the game trailer got released, like, what? Half a year ago? More? Like, I think almost 7 months ago? People are still talking about it now. They've put one trailer out. They literally are farming us for free advertisement for the game. You know, it's I feel like Titan in that like the one part of Megamind where he's like, and there is no Tooth Fairy, there is no Easter Bunny, and there is no Queen of England. Where it's like that. It's like the entire thing is a psyop, where it is literally there to get us to keep talking about it, to free advertise for them, so that more people are aware of ZA and will buy it when it comes out. Like, it's freaking brilliant. Because again, Pokemon is the only company and the only franchise where you can have, like, we saw this, like Gen 9 was on the cusp of releasing. People were already like doing Gen 10 leaks, Gen 11 leaks. It is the only like franchise where people go that crazy for stuff in leaks like that. They are literally farming us for free advertisement of ZA with the Mega Evolution logo bait. It's great. You know, I remember trying to do the stock market thing in the city. It makes me cry. Hello there, Kanto. Come on, mods, go grab Kanto's link, please. Please watch the caps. Godzilla. Right, thank you. No shinies. Stock market, broke I once. Animal Crossing, other things. But yeah, no, I think ZA is literally just going to be a city planner. Gonna be interesting, though. Gonna be interesting, though. There we go. I'm gonna play Animal Crossing New Horizons. Sounds good. Pokemon. The thing is, City Builder with Pokemon mixed in is very difficult because it's like they're two fundamentally different kinds of games. To do something like that, you'd actually need a lot of like either like very minimal of both, or the game would be massive. I think, like, Legends Arceus had some good ideas. My biggest issue with it is replayability, because it is literally all dex grind. The entire game is go out, catch Pokemon, and keep throwing Pokeballs at things. And it's fill the dex out. When you think, okay, catch, like, 30 of this Pokemon, to catch 20 of this, use this move, like, 30 times. It's a bit of a grind, and for what Legends Arceus was when it first came out, it was a great idea. But if they did that again and again, it would get old quick, fast, in a hurry. The main reason why Legends Arceus has that appeal is because it is different. It is because it is unique. It's a lot of the reason why people love games like XD Gale of Darkness and Colosseum is strictly because they are the only games like that, and they are so unique. But if you did more of them, that appeal would go away, because they're not these, like, cult classics. That's actually what happened with Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, where people love Mystery Dungeon. They like the first one, Red and Blue Rescue Team. They love Time, Darkness, and Sky. Gaze to Infinity. Super Mystery Dungeon. And it was because they made more and more and more and more, and as you saw with Mystery Dungeon DX when it released, and in the re-release of Mystery Dungeon Red and Blue Rescue Team, people just didn't really care as much in a large way. I mean, there are obviously people who love the games. But at large scale, you do not have the same love for them that people have for the early ones because that uniqueness is no longer there. They are now one game in a series of 5, 6, 7 games that all play the same way, and that unique appeal is now gone. Like Breath of the Wild, perfect example of this. People loved BOTW when it came out because it was so different than any of the other Legend of Zelda games that we'd had before. Tears of the Kingdom comes out. In every single way, Tears of the Kingdom is a superior game. But people don't like it as much because it's not unique like Breath of the Wild was. It does Breath of the Wild again and better, but you don't get that unique punch that Breath of the Wild had. Agree, John Doe. Agree. But Pokemon Ranger is really just drawing circles. Again, Pokemon Ranger kind of falls into the same category. Where this actually is I call it Breath of the Wild syndrome because it actually is a game that, again, is perfectly literable with Breath of the Wild. Where a new game in a franchise, or at least a new style of game in a franchise, its flaws are overlooked. Grimmsnarl. Its flaws are overlooked in favor of what it did that was new. Doug Trio. Because people don't want to criticize because they're blinded by the new thing. It's a recency bias. But I think we had Breath of the Wild syndrome is a better name for it. Celio. I got Breath of the Wild syndrome I think is a better name for it than recency bias. And you have a whole bunch of people that they see the new and they do not want to, or they refuse to acknowledge the bad or the negatives when it's a first-time release. Then, when a sequel comes out that, you know, does the same things again, the new new goggles are gone and they don't have the same thing. We're gonna be going exclusively to the left. We'll go Vileplume, Combuskin, and then we'll be going for the Hatterene. Maybe our sounds go muck up. I had like 30 million bells of bell, but you look at the turnips, Amazon. You know how much of a risk it was. That was a lot of risk. But yeah, no, it's in Legends Arceus it's the same way. If you had another game that is basically a carbon copy of Legends Arceus, but just in a Kalos themed skin, people wouldn't like it. People would actually see a lot of the issues that were present within the original Legends Arceus that they didn't like allow themselves to acknowledge. You know what? Screw you. I'm not letting you use poison moves on us. I did not, Amazon. In my opinion, the best Pokemon game, Black and White or Scarlet Violet. Legends Arceus is actually very, very towards the bottom of how I would rank any of the mainline games. I would say it is only above the Gen 1 through 3 games, purely because of the Gen 1 through 3 games, I find them just almost unplayable because of just the horrible movesets and the pre-physical special split. But other than that, is like I think that Legends Arceus is the bottom of like of the modern games, which is Gen 4 onwards. Legends Arceus is the bottom. The thing is, John Doe, it is actually impossible to have gyms scale to your level. This is actually, I never made a video on this, but this is actually sort of a big issue with the idea of gyms scaling to your levels. Is how do you balance movesets? How do you balance evolutions? How do you balance number of Pokemon for scaling levels? What you would need to do is you would need to essentially design 8 versions of each gym leader's team, which would mean you are doing essentially eight, and again, the same thing that would apply for the star bosses and the totem, the Titan Pokemon. Well, then again, the Japanese word for them is the exact same, so Titans are the same thing. And then you take the Titan Pokemon, star bases, and the gyms. multiply that out by 8 for the gyms and 5 for the star bases, 5 for the titans, and recombine that, what you are doing is almost, you know, 10 times the work on a game for differences that are actually negligible. You know, is that it's the amount of work that would take is absurd. Which is the reason why they've never done that. We are not swapping out for this. You know, it is impossible to, like, the only way that they could do level scaling is if every gym battle is fixed to level 50. Like, that is the only, like, way that it would work. And again, you can't really do that. You know, level scaling as an idea realistically does not work in practice because it's requires so much input on the part of developers for absolutely no gains in terms of sales and in terms of, you know, really everything else. Well, the thing is, there's a lot of other games that are actually better for shiny chances. A lot of other games actually are better shiny odds. There's also a lot of other games where it's a lot easier to get the shiny charm than Legends Abacus. Can this forgotten invention save your life? Is that a cattle sweep? Is that a freaking cattle sweep, Mudkip? Yeah, no, level balancing as a thing is almost impossible to do. We are going to be switching out the... We're going to be switching out Celio for... no, we are switching out the Doug Trio for the Combusken. I'm going to the mountain to find the Ice Gym leader and getting flatlined because it overlevels the Titan. But yeah, no, it's like, it's... That's one of the reasons why when it comes to, like, fan games, they can do, level scaling depending on, like, number of gym badges. Because they're fan projects. You know, they're doing this, money is not a concern, they're doing it as a passion project, as well as it's also, like, a lot easier to program that, because, again, fixed levels is kind of a thing that, like, ROM hacks do. Because you've also got to remember, Pokemon games are not meant to be difficult. Pokemon games are meant to be easy. Because they're meant to be played by, you know, younglings. Which is kind of another issue with the whole level scaling problem. Thank you very much, whoever just subscribed. Thank you. We had Kayla swap out for this. There we go. Okay. Alright. We are going to go for the Hatterene. We're going for the Hatterene. Gold and silver and Claire with the Recedra. You gotta remember, Neo, you gotta remember, back then, you had the badge boosts. You had the badge boosts back then. You had a 12.5% bump to every single one of your stats. Hello, how do you do? What do you do here? Thank you very much, whoever else does subscribe. Many thanks. You have, come on, yeah, just go for Fire Pledge. Just go Fire Pledge. So, what we are going to do is we're going to Dynamax the Grimmsnarl against the Kyurem. So, I'm going to Dynamax here. Celio just used Brine. Just use Brine Celio. I'm doing very well, Mixam. I'm doing very, very, very well. Also, if you guys haven't done so already, don't forget to check out our secondary channel, Max Allo. Cover a lot of Godzilla-related things over there. I think you're gonna love it. You're all gonna absolutely love it. But, you know, I didn't see the Iron Mouse thing you sent me, Amazon. I've left it like the thing you sent me like a couple days ago, in which I still haven't watched it. For the genre also, nice, very nice, very nice. But, you know, just go for attacking moves, everyone. Just go. We are not raiding yet, Shiny. We are not raiding yet. I don't know who we're gonna go raid. We've still got about 45 minutes. So it is kind of a bit rude to ask, you know, who we're raiding multiple times. It is kind of a bit rude. Shiny Amora. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Shiny Amora with a snowy mark. Nice work, man. I mean, Shiny Amora is great as is. Really annoying to get. I know I've gotten one. But, like, the snowy mark is even better. That's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. Urshifu. Chill. What's the Marvel chill about? Yeah, that's the thing. I'm kind of surprised they didn't bring all the fossils back. I kind of expected it. There's a more of a snow flicker. Why the frick do you keep using Max Mindstorm? You are going to throw off my entire plan. You are throwing off my entire plan, which relies specifically on pinpoint timing with the Dynamaxing. Hat Lady, would you kindly go down? Because we kind of really need... Well, then again, we can actually just Dynamax the you know what? That's fine. Fine, we Dynamax the Combuskin then. Combuskin is our Dynamax then, because this is not going to work out. Which idea? Nice. Especially Batky Fish. Very nice. I'm a big fan of Batky Fish. I just find it funny that, like, Hatterene used Max Mindstorm twice. I find that very funny. Oh, yeah, I didn't know there was no Dynamax. Nice. Oh, I actually get it. Nice. Nice. Okay. All the fossils are Cranidos and Shieldon, which is weird because there are a few good spots for fossils in Blueberry Academy. Yeah. Well, they are fossils. They are revived, so there's that. We are switching out Celio for Hatterene. Bert, chill. We've already said to someone about chilling on when we are going to be raiding. You guys know how long our stream normally is? 3 hours. We've been live for almost 2.5. Link, swap out for this. Here we go. Yeah, so we're going to be Dynamaxing the Combuskin against the Kyurem. Do not Dynamax the... Actually, but here's an idea. Go for Power Up Punch turn 1 on the Grimmsnarl. Then use Power Swap on the Combuskin. Turn 2. For the Grimmsnarl. Then just keep Power Up Punching every other turn. Hello, they're aiming to get... Yes, all Pokemon names are like the hell. They're Inkdew. Welcome. Ina. Is that an Ina PFP? Please tell me that is an Ina PFP. Grimmsnarl, use Power Up Punch turn 1. Use Power Up Punch turn 1 on the Grimmsnarl. I mean, I'm basically a potato here. Then turn 2, you go... No, go for Play Rough. Just go for attacking moves, Link. We've been over this before. Just go for attacking moves. Unless otherwise specified. Dynamax has probably got that crit right there. Very good. Unfortunately, that's not good. Here's your speed drop, nerd. I don't see a single. Yeah, Ink Do, I thought that was an Ina PFP because everything is small. Everything is small. You can already see. Look up, Ina. You now Dynamax the Combuskin. Grimmsnarl use Power Swap on the Combuskin to give the Combuskin the +1 attack. And then every other turn, just go for Power Up Punch. Yeah! We ball. We ball, ladies and gents. And don't forget to subscribe for more if you guys haven't done so already. Let me get some more water as well. I will need to stay properly hydrated. Well, it should look weird, Neo. Kyurem is the broken husk of the... Well, Kyurem is the original dragon. It is the broken husk of the original dragon, and its tail is meant to basically be similarly in line with Reshiram and Zekrom's tail design, which are basically turbines, and it is supposed to be like the outside of the turbine. So that's why it's broken. It's a broken husk. That's why it's asymmetrical, because it is the broken shell of the original dragon. Well, it is the original dragon, just devoid of everything that made it what it was. What went out for our boy Kyurem right there? That special defense drop probably did not matter right there. That probably did not matter. Defense drop. I woke up a little out of it. Thank you very much, whoever just subscribed. Many, many, many thanks. Yeah, now we just go Power Up Punch. No. We could use a speed boost right now. That would be freaking ideal. I am not throwing Amazon. I am doing everything I can. Come on, give us a speed boost, please. Give us a speed boost. Speed or HP? You know what? HP was necessary. Speed boost or HP was good, and we got the HP, so I'm okay with this. Yeah, then again, speed would not really have helped us. Maximo Hailstorm. All right, that's fine. That mattered. That heal mattered. Based. That healing was indeed mattering. Maximum Knuckle. He's playing the next, but when he throws on us, I'm joking. Joke. It's a joke, Bert. Alright, so... Now, Grimmsnarl. That's not good. I was gonna say, if you survived, what I was gonna say is use Power Swap on me. I was gonna go for Play Rough and try and knock it out, but that didn't happen. Because we did not survive long enough, unfortunately. No Combuskin, no Hat Lady, no Violet Plume. Very sadness. Hey! Nice work, Grimmsnarl Flatline. That was part of my plan. Yes, my master plan to not win the DA. Absolutely the 5D chess move right there. I'm gonna go get some more water. I'll be back in a sec. Very nice. Very, very, very nice, Channel Violet Plume. We've probably got 2 DAs left. Yeah, probably 2 DAs left in us. Timing-wise, at least. Lobby's up. I'll leave you in the very capable hands of the true brains behind the operation. The Yellowsaurus. Until I return. Bye-bye. nice full lobby. Very, very nice. Remember, guys, follow the instructions, please, and make sure you are live on the stream. I guess actually Scavalier is the least bad. Done sparse. Done sparse. Mr. Mime. Bolt Hunt. A lot of electric types. Bolt Hunt. Yeah, not exactly. A Raid and a DA are not the same thing. Okay, I see Skarmory. I do need Skarmory, so that's actually really good for us. Alright, so... yeah, actually, I like this. I very much like this. So, we go Marowak, Skarm, and then... I guess we go Artillery, I guess? Or Beartic? I guess we figure that out as we go. We figure it out as we go. Okay, we've got a decent lineup for this. This is not going to be nearly as scuffed as the Kyogre Pathings, because the Kyogre Pathings were just like freaking turbo scuffed. But I mean that was a thing. Always looks like new abilities. Very Dunsparce is not very fast, but it is still fairly decent. So, final team lineup is going to probably be, yeah, Marowak. We'll see what the other option. I think that Beartic is one of our other options. So, final lineup is probably going to be Mr. Mime and the 3 other ones of us switch out. Because if we can Dynamax the Skarm, then Body Press does more damage. And then we just helping hand the Skarm. And then I just like one of us this just spams. Actually, yeah, no, I'll take this. Yeah, I'll take this, and then the other would just spam, Screech and stuff and things, and that works. I would not change any. That kind of goes against like my whole point and principle of I think it is wrong to change Pokemon. Because when you start wanting to change things, you start... It opens the door to preferring the series as your own hyper-idealized version of it is, as opposed to being able to enjoy it for what it is. Which is kind of my main issue with like fan games and ROM hacks, because it has, for a lot of people, kind of like conditioned them into disliking the actual games because of all the things that ROM hacks and fan games have, and that they wish those were in the game. And like it opens up a very dangerous door. Yes, I want you to swap out. You have the Dunsparce. I want the Dunsparce swapping out. Not this round. I will be taking the Marowak. But yeah, no, but it opens a very dangerous door where, you know, oh, I would fix this, like, I would fix this thing now. When it comes to games, you know, an important thing to keep in mind when it comes to, like, you know, how, you know, I would fix blankety blank thing and, like, what I would change about some things is always keeping in mind accepting it for what it is and understanding that the version you are creating is specific to you. And thank you very much, whoever just subscribed. You know, you understand that it is designed like specifically to appeal to you, and that it is not going to happen. You know, something like that. Hello, DUAC, welcome. We are gonna go for the Skarmory next. Nathan, just use Helping Hand on the Bolt Hunt. Bolt Hunt, just click Rising Voltage. What are you doing, DUAC? Welcome. Pleasure to meet you. Also, Nathan, make sure you are live. Make sure the thing that says live in gray letters, there's a red dot next to it. Just make sure that you are live. We got about 20 minutes left. Yo. Yo! Alright, that's pretty hype. That's pretty hype. 3 Mile Island. Let's bring back nuclear plants. For those who don't know, I actually live like relatively close to a nuclear plant. Like within like, well, relatively close. I mean like within like 10 miles. You know, we get a not insignificant proportion of our power from nuclear power, which is great. Because it kind of like furthers like a thing that I always like how much I do like nuclear power. Yo, oh my gosh, yes, the brain rot of Bibu has been set in real. She is playing more Call of Duty. Yes, Bibu has come over to the side of Call of Duty. This is great. This is absolutely glorious. I would not have expected Bibu, of all people, to be a Call of Duty gamer. The never-ending shiny Wooloo hunt. Aw, poor Ember. Poor Ember. Weak armor. Weak armor. Slowly we make our way through it. Slowly, slowly, slowly. We make our way through it. Mr. Mime, Nathan, I said use helping hand on the bolt hunt. Hello there, Alec Hot Dogs. Welcome home. Thank you very much. I actually managed to catch a shiny Wooloo in Pokemon Go last night before going on a plane to Turkey. Nice! Alright, switch out the Dunsparce for the Skarmory. Switch out the Dunsparce for the Skarmory. Alright, let's see what we got. What have we got? Alright, we ballin'. Let's look for who to rage. And there we go. Alright. Alright, then who to go for? This will go Beartic or Artillery. Yeah, Beartic I think is the better one. Yeah, I think that the best one is we go for the Beartic. And then Link, I want you to swap out for this. I'm gonna go check that out. That looks like fun. That's gonna be fun. Will Kingdra reign supreme? Jazz into streams. Fun. Alright, so I'm gonna Dynamax when it comes around to me because I want the Skarmory Dynamaxing turn 1 against the Kyurem. That is our best plan. And just use Body Press against Kyurem with the Beartic. Just go Body Press. Yeah, it'd be funny if it doesn't even go all the way around for that, then that'd be funny. I'm gonna go check that video out later. Something to watch. Oh, yeah, the next video is gonna be something. The next video is gonna be something bigger. Poor fauna. I have a perfect name for an endangered animal phrase. Nice, yeah. Kanto Flamin' Chicken. It is Kanto Flamin' Chicken. Everything in Dr. No Song is fun. I love how I'm getting James Bond stuff being recommended to me because of some other channels that I watch. I love that. Like, YouTube recommends always make you smile. Oh, poor Zentrea. I'm not with Zentrea. I gotta go check that out. Poor Zentrea. I do love Chimkin. Chimkin is indeed good. Chimkin good. Alright. Chimkin good. Welcome to Grand Festival, Splatoon, best day one. I'm gonna like Splatoon music is freaking great. That's not good. That's really not good. That's really not good. That's really, really not good. Hello there, Mark. Welcome, welcome. If you guys haven't done so already, don't forget to subscribe for more. Well, I mean, we didn't get to Kyurem on this one. Unfortunately. No. Oh, it's a triple! I mean, that's gotta be some sort of metal when it comes to COD. Nathan, you are unresponsive. You know the rules. That was indeed an oof, and this is why. And this is why we have the rules. If the rules are not followed, blocks are issued. That was indeed a triple right there, sadly. We're playing beta for Blop with hitting triples over and over. Yeah. My proudest moment of Blops was Black Ops 3 Man of War. I gotta think it was a 15 streak. Yes, I think it was a 15 kill streak with the Man of War. Which that is my favorite thing in all of Black Ops 3. So I was very happy. I was thoroughly pleased with that. And it was on Nuketown, or well, in Black Ops 3 it was called Nuke 3 Town. It was elite speak. Yeah, it was great. Maybe it was like I don't think it was a 20, but I do remember same Kanto, same. I miss classic COD zombies. I also do miss that. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. All right, let's go. Thank you very much, Kayla, for grabbing Kento's link. Let's go. Let's go. Krygonal. Yes, the last one. Yes. Togetic. It's not good, but it's not horrible. The other two are just absolutely. The other two are actually horrible. But yeah, no, I'm a big fan of classic COD zombies. Kayla, I said Togetic. Go for the Togetic link. Okay, Frigiback's last night. Hey, nice! I love Frigiback shiny. Heatmore. I just remember the good zombies days. Yeah, like, I don't... Now, the thing is, the idea of what they had for Black Ops 4 with, like, regards to the point system, I don't entirely hate the idea of. I just think the implementation was bad. We are going to go Scarm. So the plan for this is Scarm. So we go Marowak, Scarm, and then we go for the Machoke. We are, everyone other than the Marowak are swapping out. So Marowak turn 1. Really? I mean, I love shiny Friggy backs. Yeah, same. Like, my big... at some point, I'm probably going to make a video on the classic Blops timeline. Because my biggest issue with the changes they made in Black Ops 4 for zombies was the point system was, like, a small change I really didn't care for. But the big change I didn't like was the unceremonious way they just dropped the main character story, the main storyline. Like, I wouldn't have had a problem with them ending the classic premise storyline if they, like, gave it a proper send-off. But they kind of just left it out in the rain and just did not give a ceremonious farewell to it. Really, I mean, I quite like Shiny Excalibur. Granted, I'm also known as the guy who likes Shiny Zapdos, so there is that. Thank you very much, whoever just subscribed. Nice to beam you. Yeah, the team was cut by Pokemon. Yeah, it's like, if they just did a thing like, okay, we're ending off the premise story, and they gave it like a proper farewell, I don't think people would have minded. Kayla, swap out the Tangela for the Marowak. You know, it's like, the problem was with the unceremonious nature of it, you already put players off on a really bad foot with it. You know, you got players to already dislike this new storyline because of how you handled and treated the previous storyline. So already people were not a fan of it. Then what are they going to do then? I want to make a new storyline. He was a creator who was never supposed to merge the storyline with the Vanguard. Yeah, a lot of it was just mishandling things. You know, a lot of it was mishandling things, and it's like, if they gave, like, a good, proper farewell, and they handled it right, like, the thing is, if they just did the Chaos storyline, and they never revisited the Aether storyline, and they just said, the Aether storyline is wrapped up, you finished Revelations, you finished the storyline. You know, you wrapped up everything in the last game. I don't think anyone would have, okay, people would have had a problem, but I don't think most people would have minded. Let's go for Screech. I don't think most people would have minded, because, like, it was a good enough, like, final farewell. You know, it wasn't the best, but, like, you know what? It does wrap things up well enough. We can live with it. But the way they ended off with Tog was not a very good thing. Like, I enjoyed Blood of the Dead, but a lot of that is because it improved a lot of things about Mob that I didn't like. Well, the funny thing is, no one really liked Victus. Like, no one likes Transit. Like, Transit had a lot of good ideas. Like, Transit had a lot of good ideas in the original Transit. The problem was technical limitations. Like, that's the whole reason why the fog exists on Transit. They legitimately could not render the entire map, so they needed to make the fog to, like, not cause the console to spontaneously combust. You know, like, that was a huge problem. So it was too, but like, if you did, like, you could have done Transit well on Black Ops 3. Like, that would have been amazing. but they tried too much too fast and it just didn't work. Switch out I'll switch out for Skarmory. I'll take Skarm. You know, it was too much too fast, and it suffered as a whole, which is unfortunate. There's a lot of really cool ideas with it. Again, it was really not well handled. They kind of rushed through finalizing the story. And again, like, if they gave, like, like, I enjoyed, like, the Chaos maps. I didn't mind them. Well, they weren't zombies. They were, like, science experiments, so, like, they were weird. The denizens were weird. We're gonna go for the fighting type. That is a Machoke. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna Dynamax. We are going to Dynamax the Marowak here. Oh, nice, and Reshiram, very nice. We're gonna Dynamax the Marowak here. Hold on, is it just Council Limbs kind of said? Yeah, like, it could have been really awesome. The legendary is Kyurem, so it is Ice Dragon. Yeah, so turn 1, Disco Screech. Turn 2, Dynamax Gala. Yeah, apparently, like, there's rumors that in Black Ops 6, Transit is coming back. Which, like, if they bring Transit back, they fix a couple things, like, they get rid of, like, the stupid freaking Pack-a-Punch system. They make, like, the different locations closer together. Like, there's a lot of things you can do to actually make Transit really awesome. And I'm hoping that, like, if they bring Transit back, they fix a lot of things. Like perfect example of what they did. Classified, the updated version they made of 5. Like, 5 in Black Ops 1 was a really cool map. But it suffered a lot from a lot of the limitations of Black Ops 1 itself, you know, namely not really good force multipliers, and the somewhat comparative lack of experience that the devs had with making zombies maps. Like, if they made 5 with the Black Ops 2 loadout of force multipliers, completely different story. Like, it would still be a really hard map, but the main issue of 5 really is the gear you have just is not really up to the task, as well as perks. But, you know, you go Black Ops 4 with Classified, it expands it, there's a lot more you can do, and it's freaking amazing. You know, it's nowhere near as difficult. We are switching out Togetic for this. You know, it's nowhere near as hard as the original 5 was, but a lot of the difficulty on the original 5 was what I like to call artificial difficulty. Are those rumors? It'd be really nice, but they will just because sometimes it's remake Vega 3. Yeah, I mean, I would like to, but I don't think it's gonna be Transit Remake. Yeah, but it suffered hard from the point system. Well, the thing is, the point system I don't think was as bad as the storyline thing, where the point system was more a problem of the weapon loadouts. Yeah, just keep going, Screech, Kayla. Yeah, the point system was more a problem of the weapon system than anything, but it was also itself a problem. Like, the order of issues for me, handling of the Aether storyline, sort of in conjunction with handling of the Chaos storyline, the weapon loadouts, the perk system, and thank you very much for whoever just described, and then the point system, like, the least bad of the problems, because, like, let's be honest, we Dynamax the Machoke. Like, let's be honest when it comes to zombies. There is a point at which points basically become irrelevant. Like, you know, there is a point where, again, point. There is a time, like a number of rounds, where points essentially become irrelevant, and you don't really need them anymore. The only time, like, I ever really did anything with points was just literally spinning, like, just dumping points into things for liquid diviniums. For, you know, using the the Viniums for the Gobblegums. And it really wasn't anything important. But like early on, the new system is actually like beneficial early on. But the unfortunate thing is that every zombie's now with a set amount of points. So point guns are completely useless. Like I remember playing zombies with my brother. We would play split screen zombies because we play in the same room. I remember we play Origins. You know, one of us would go down. We're playing Mob, we're playing Origins, and if it was like Mob, we'd go get the Tommy gun from the docks, or if it was Origins, we'd go like grab the MP40 or AK-74U off the wall, horde up all the zombies, and just fire into the horde of zombies, farm up like 5,000-6,000 points, get our jug, get our speed coal or stamina up, and then farm more points to get our stuff again. But in the new system, you don't have that where every zombie is worth a set amount of points. I remember with the MP40 or any of those SMGs, you could basically get like in a single round like 7,000-8,000 points. Total like net, you probably only get like 6,000 points. No, just go for your fighting move. Just go for the fighting move. Don't go for rock move. Just farm points just indefinitely. It was amazing. But again, they got rid of that, which I didn't like. The perk system I don't have as big of an issue with, because I've actually always been very adamantly against the idea of the Juggernog perk for one reason. It's a no-brainer perk. It's a crutch. You always get Jug. Which, when you only have 4 perk slots, well, one of them default is already gone with Jug. And, if you're playing solo, well, Quick Revive is already gone as well. So you only have, like, 2 perk slots you're actually using. And Speed Cola is just, like, again, a no-brainer, and same with Double Tap. So it's like, there's basically no reason. And now, yes, the maps have, like, their own mobile perk additional systems, which is actually a good system for things. But not every map has that, and again, some problems. That's why I actually did like what they did with Black Ops 4, where when you get all of your perks, you get Speed Cola applied, and they integrated Double Tap 2.0 into the Pack-a-Punch system. So it's not just, again, so you took, and also Jug, it was 4 hit downs. So you had your Quick Revives, which is a natural thing you had. So you took the 4 perks everybody got anyways, and just applied them as, auxiliary other side things. And I loved this. Because now, like, I never use Deadshot Daiquiri. I would never use it. Maybe Electric Cherry. Electric Cherry for certain maps. Stamina up, really good. But, like, I'd never go and use these unless, like, had extra perk slots. And, because of the system that they did in Black Ops 4, I actually did use them, which I did like. Again, not perfect, but, I mean, hey. They could have done it. Yeah, the only reason I didn't like Black Ops 4 system is because they got rid of the crutch perks to give us other crutch perks. I mean, I wouldn't really say there were other crutch perks in Black Ops 4. Because there's nothing where it's like, you always use this. Or it's like, Jug. It's 2 hit downs or 3 hit downs versus 5 hit downs. Like, you're always getting that no matter what. It's like, there were other, like, really good perks. Like, I mean, probably you're always going Electric Cherry for, Black Ops 4. But that, I'd say, is a bit different than, Jug, where, like, you're dependent on Jug. Like, it's people are like, you gotta get Jug, gotta get Jug. It's like, no, you need to get a thing before you get Jug. You need, like, a weapon, and then you get Jug. It's like, I mean, maybe, again, we'll make a whole video on this. Like, there's a lot with it. But I do understand what you mean. But I think the degree to which it is not as bad. I think that the degree to which the new crutch perks are, Stamina Up and Victorious Tortoise. I never use Victorious Tortoise. I still don't even know what it does. Yeah, I always went like Electric Cherry, Electric Cherry, Stamina Up. Well, I mean, Stamina Up is just, again, a great one. They did it a bit more for the system. But yeah, like, for me, it's like, it's more, I mean, again, it's not a perfect system anyway, but it was more good was done with the system. More good was done with the new system than bad was, which I think kind of is like the outlook for it. But I mean, I also give them credit, like, they did try to revolutionize a system that had been in place for like a decade and some change. That was like really, really good. Very short has made it so when you pull out your shield, the shield is interesting. Yeah, I never used that. I need to go back and like re-look at what my perk loadout was for everything. But yeah, no, it was a thing. But I do appreciate that they did try to at least make some things different. It's a lot like the way that I really like the monster vs. Godzilla. You go with a very drastically different direction and you reinvent the same ideas in a very different way. It may not be the best, and I may not like all of the decisions made, but I do supremely respect the cojones it takes to do something to that scale. You know, and I think that does at least deserve commending, and, you know, they fix the bad spots, and they keep the good spots. I just love running Secret Sauce, all the perks, just for fun. Super nice. Sometimes it made the game more interesting. Yeah. I never ran Mule Kick because Mule Kick sucked. I hated the triple switch. I hated that. But I'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to subscribe for more. And,